Welcome back. I'm JJ, and my partner in crime is Shane.
Hello.
And we are getting started on our third playthrough of the Warhammer Quest Silver Tower board game. In order to kind of rebalance our play experience and get some different feedback, we have decided to swap Shane's character for a necromancer.
Yeah. I did a little reading online after the last playthrough, which, if you watched it, went much more easily than we would expect. And one of the main things that people suggested is the healers make this game way, way easier. So we're taking the healer out of the party. I have gotten the Necromancer off of the app that lets you buy heroes, but I didn't actually want to use the app while playing. So I went on to Board Game Geek. There's a guy, Christopher Telford, has made some really awesome templates for Photoshop to put all of your custom heroes on, or your from the app heroes that you want to use physically, and done that.
With a color printer and lamination, these cards look really, really sharp.
Yep. Pretty happy with it. And so I've got my Necromancer and his 2 skeletons, and we're going to try that out.
The only house rule we've made in order to facilitate this is we're letting Shane keep the shard of the amulet that his healer picked up in the last mission, just to keep us from having to play a million years of this if we want to continue to rotate out characters, which I think would be fun and educational.
Yeah. I think by the official rules, it would stay with the healer, which means we'd have to do that mission over again. But we probably just want to do 1 video per mission, so we're gonna give that to the Necromancer.
However, the skills and/or items will stay with the healer.
Yep. Which is just the 1, I believe, right at the moment.
All right, so we're getting started tonight with the trial of. This is another one that nobody knows how to pronounce. Ghyran.
Yeah.
Ghyran? I don't know. I'm going to do it different every time. Here we go. At that time, the champions found themselves walking an ever-descending spiral, a tunnel whose crystal walls were carved into the likeness of twisted vines and roots. Shimmering insects crawled amongst them, raising a faint tinkling chime as they scuttled across nodding crystal blossoms. Glass petals crunched underfoot as the champions walked ever deeper down that strange spiral, and an emerald glow began to radiate from the walls. Soon that green illumination suffused everything, growing brighter and more blinding by the second. Birdsong and the drone of insects' wings filled the air, and suddenly the champions emerged somewhere else entirely, propelled headlong into their next deadly trial. Alright, so,
as I mentioned last time, it looks like each of these corresponds to one of the schools of magic in Warhammer. This one happens to be the life magic, so that's why we're seeing strange, twisted versions of nature and bugs and
life
plants.
Magic seems strangely benevolent for Warhammer, I gotta say.
Yeah, no. A lot. I mean, the Wood Elves are really into it. All right.
So we should roll to see who has Destiny or whatever.
Yeah.
I've got a 2, Shane's got a 6.
The thing. So I am rune marked. And I guess we need to flip over the first card.
But you should roll some Destiny dice first and see who gets to explore it.
Yeah.
I guess you will. Oh, although you're kind of not next to the door, so you'll probably pass until I explore it.
That's what I was thinking. All right. I believe these don't matter on the first turn. So we've got those. And yeah, I'll go ahead and pass my turn to you.
All right. So I'm going to roll my hero dice. And use my 1 to explore the first room.
Great.
All right, we've uncovered Iron Spawn. Here there squirmed an unclean thing of metal and tentacular flesh. Waves of enchanted fury billowed from the runes inscribed upon the creature's golden shell, driving the denizens of the tower to madness. Roll on Encounter Table C. So that's you, Shane.
Encounter Table C is a single D6?
Single D6. You got a 6. We get 1 grot scuttling per player.
Only 1? That seems easy.
Subtract 2 from the result of any behavior rolls to a minimum of 1 while there are any heroes in this chamber.
Okay.
All right.
So, I guess you get to go first.
I suppose I do. I'm going to use a 4 to move. And then I'm going to use my 6 to swing my Doomseeker axe. getting a 4, which will hit, and doing D3 damage.
You're only really going to need...
Oh, I did
it. Yeah, those guys have 2 vigor.
Oh, so. That's terrible. So I don't get my rune.
Nope.
Am I red? Yes.
Yep.
All right. And then I'll use a 5 to go ahead and swing that Doomseeker Axe again. That'll miss. So I'll grab this 4 and try to hit him again. That'll hit, and that'll kill him.
Alrighty. Well, not much for the Necromancer to do. But I'll go ahead and roll my hero dice anyway.
Well, it's a good thing you don't have that much to do, because your roll is kind of terrible.
No, that would not be great. So we'll move in. And I think that's all I really need to do, because then we're going to have a respite.
Yep.
Because you've got...
I've got 2 skills.
2 skills. So it would be D6, maximum of 6 plus 2 gets us to 8. So we still can't get to 9.
Okay.
Alright.
Line them up.
I'll still probably hang out in back. Send these guys up front.
Alright, I guess I'll roll some Destiny dice.
First, we do the actual respite.
Oh, yeah, so we get items or whatever.
Possibly.
I do not get an item.
Neither do I.
Well, that makes it easy.
We found a tentacle, and that's about it.
Yeah. Greatest birthday present ever. We have 3 2s. We should see what that does.
Alright, if there's a hero with 2 or more treasure cards.
Not me.
Not me either. Alright, nothing.
Great.
So, I guess you're first.
I suppose I am. So I will roll my hero dice. 2 5s, a 4, and a 2. That'll be good for hitting things if I find anything to hit. I'm going to use a 2 to explore.
Okay.
We've entered the Star Nexus. Vast and unnatural nebulae wheeled dizzyingly overhead, each twisted alignment spinning dark new fates. Roll on encounter table C again. We get a 4. D6 grot scuttlings. Let's hope for more than 2. Woo, 5!
Yeah!
That's more like it.
I might get to fight some of these guys.
Where there's one goblin, there ought to be many goblins.
Indeed. So they're all popping in.
And we should remember that if we make a destiny roll, in this chamber, things happen. But we don't really care till next turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so I've got 3 dice left.
You sure do.
And generally my modus operandi is to hit things.
Usually.
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to move with one of these. I'm going to move with this one, because I'll be nice this time. And let you have the good die.
I don't really need it, but I guess...
You do have a 3-up.
Yeah, I can use it for that.
And then I'm going to use my 5 to swing my Doomseeker Axe at him. That'll hit. And do 1 wound, sadly. And then I'll swing my Runic War Iron at him. Hitting, and that just does 1, sorry. So he'll be dead.
Okay.
Yeah, and actually, so, I think I get a renown, right?
Yes.
At that point, I think I'm best to just pass.
Possibly,
except that I really like to take damage. So, I'm going to move again, if nothing else, to get out of the way of your skeletons.
Yeah. Poor guys only have a move of 2.
If I go there, can I hit this guy?
Yes, because,
center to center it should work, right?
And also, those are not, like,
walls.
Oh,
it's not blocking.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't step there, but you can see
But you can see over it. Great, so I'll step there, and then, I will be able to throw a throwing axe at him on a 3+. Got it. It suffers a wound.
Okay.
So I'll just get that guy in front. And then you should roll some hero dice.
All right, let's do that. Okay. That's looking good for some blasts. So, with my hound, a lot of the time I let him do his own thing. That seems maybe worse with the skeletons, since they only do something good half the time, instead of like two-thirds of the time. So I think I am going to order them up, which I need a 2-up, so I'll spend this 4.
I mean, really, what's the good of being a necromancer if you're not always shouting at skeletons?
Yeah. So they lurch into action, which means they move and then attack. This guy will go 1, 2, and attack.
What's their move?
2.
Oh, well, that's handy then.
Yes. And that is 2 hits. He only really needed 1. So that is a dead grotling, which I get credit for. So that's how necromancers roll.
Always cheating their subordinates.
And then this guy also gets to move up. Okay, so, I think...
So can you only do that one per turn, or can they go over and over?
That's 1 per turn, sadly. So looking at the way this lines up, as long as I can see through the portal, I can get them, which I should be able to do. So I can certainly get the one in the middle. Yeah, it should be good to shoot any of them.
What's your range?
It's any amount of range. Nice. It's all just based on line of sight.
Okay.
Yeah. So I will Balefire Blast at this fellow. It is a 3-up to hit. That's a hit, and it does 2 damage.
It's worth noting that if you're planning to move, you should move now, because if you're in the same chamber as I am, my divine will help you, even though you seem kind of unholy, and allow you to re-roll attack rolls with a result of 1.
Got it. Yeah, let's do that then. Okay, so then I'm attacking, and that is the one roll that is worst.
That can't help you, yes.
But that one hits, and kills that one. Alrighty. So I guess the monsters get a turn.
I suppose they do.
So you are currently rune marked. So go ahead and behave
they
your
get
table.
A 6.
Scamper, or scarper, which I looked up and actually is a British term for running away. Roll a dice for each grot, one after the other. If you roll a 6, so see if he runs, and he does not. Then each grot still on the board attacks the nearest hero, whichever weapon is within range. So I'd say the nearest hero is the skeleton right here. Yeah, he pretty much has to go
for that one.
Yep. So his hunting bow is 1 die looking for a 4-up.
He gets a 3 and misses.
Okay. So, my turn to roll the destiny dice. And I got some 4s and some 3s. 3s are if any heroes have 2 or more skill cards.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry, hang on. We have to do the thing I was talking about.
Oh, right.
If the rune-marked player is in this chamber when the destiny roll is made, subtract 1 from the score of each even-numbered die before discarding any. If they are celestial, are you celestial? You don't seem celestial.
I sure am not.
I didn't figure. So that doesn't matter. So we're going to subtract 1 from the score of each even-numbered die.
All right. In that case,
They're just all 3s.
All 3s. Apparently we can't even in this chamber. And yes, that's skill cards. So you have...
I have 2.
2. So Blot is showing up.
Okay.
The little book guy.
The book dude.
Yep. Heroes cannot use skill cards while he's in this chamber. If you grab him, then you can draw more skill cards next time you get some. But if you fail, then one of your skill cards goes face down until the next respite.
Okay, remind me where he's supposed to teleport in?
Next to you.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to put him over here where he's not in the way.
That seems good. Okay. So that makes it my turn. Wow.
Nice.
I guess I'll just shoot at him.
Yeah, that seems like a plan.
That seems fine. That'll miss. Now your skill is no longer active, right? So ones will still miss and not be rerollable.
Oh, right, because he's suppressing skills?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. However, that will hit and kill. Putting me here. So do we want to go out this door since you're next to it
I mean,
already?
I'm right next to that door already, so...
Yeah.
There's
So
something to be said
I
for
guess I'll have my skeletons move.
Well, they don't really need to,
No, it's
because
true.
we're going to have a respite. Although, I guess... Well, that's not true. I guess I can explore in this round. And avoid the respite if we wanted to.
Yeah, if we wanted to. Yeah, I don't really see a reason not to, other than technically finding items, but...
Well, finding items is probably good.
Okay.
If there's no chance of a random encounter during a respite, which it sounds like there's not...
Not right now.
Yeah, we may as well find some items.
Okay.
So we'll just pass...
So we'll fast forward. He goes away.
Oh, he goes away anytime there's a respite? Is that how
Yes.
that works? Okay.
Yep.
Dwarf dude's going to move over there.
I'll get my skeletons up there. And me here. And we'll have a respite.
Right. I get an item.
Nice.
It's a filter of luck.
I also get an item. A Trickster's Brew. You want to go ahead and read it?
Sure. This weird potion changes color with every swig and seems bottomless until it is not. After making an attack or save roll for your hero, you can take a swig of this potion to change the result to a number of your choice. Then roll another dice. Discard this card if the result of this roll is lower than the result you choose. Okay. So it's a press your luck card.
Yeah, seems that way. This fizzling emerald potion is Liquid Illusion, Pure Cunning in an ether glass bottle. Discard this card during your turn to either stun an adversary in my chamber, change the result of a dice roll I just made to another result of my choice, or switch my renown marker with one belonging to another player. I think we may have gotten this one before. Because I remember the switching renown marker option.
Okay.
I don't know.
That seems likely.
Okay, so then you are rune marked. So
Where is that rune marked marker?
right
Oh,
here.
there it is. Alright. Okay, so we still have to change the results of all of the even-numbered dice.
Yep. And this time it is 5s. That is 3 or more adversaries on the board.
Nope,
Okay.
not so much. Alright, so
Yes.
hero dice.
Yep.
I've got a 4-4-2-1. I'm getting kind of annoyed by these snotlings because... Scuttlings, whatever they are. Because they're not activating my little rune at all.
Which does make you into a killing machine.
It does. Alright, so we're going to go out this nearest chamber, and I'm going to use this one to explore. A living path. The yawning chasm was suddenly filled by skimming fungoid discs. The freakish things jostled together, forming a twitching bridge across which the champions scrambled. In their wake, the discs flitted away, back into the darkness whence they had come. Roll on Encounter Table C. I guess that's me.
Yep.
I got a 6.
That's the Growlings again.
But only one per player. If an attack roll for a hero in this chamber scores a 1 and they are not chaotic, they must discard one of their hero dice. Are you chaotic?
Nope.
Neither am I. Alright, so we'll have to keep that in mind. So, I guess I've still got moves.
Yep.
I'm going to move.
Which means you're going to kill all the Growlings.
That's the plan. Okay, I'm going to start with the one here. I can't use my Doomseeker Axe, so I guess I'll just hit him with my Runic War Iron.
Maybe you won't kill all the Growlings.
I missed him. I'll try again. There we go. That does 1 damage to him.
Okay.
And then I'll try again with this 3. And kill him.
Alright.
I take a renown. And it's your turn.
Okay.
Did I roll a 1 or a 2 on that attack? I must have rolled a 1 because it missed.
Yeah, it was a 1.
Okay, so actually, I get to re-roll that.
Cool.
It's a 2 now, and it hits.
Cool. So this
just put
guy
an
also
extra
has a
wound
1.
on that dude.
Alright.
It's mostly important because if I'd re-rolled a 1 again, I would have had to discard one of my hero dice.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so I am having my skeletons move in. And attack. 1 skeleton's attack. Oh my god! So he straight up murders that guy.
Yeah.
And then back skeleton walks in, and I move in, and move in, and then we have a respite.
Yeah, we're gonna end up with a respite again. Alright, well, that sure was a hallway.
Yep.
I'm gonna roll for an item. I miss.
Me too.
Great. Makes things simple.
Nothing here.
Nothing but these weird discs.
They're grinning at us.
Alright, so I believe you're rune marked, so roll yourself some dice.
Okay, unexpected event, and possibly something else.
The ones are just always an unexpected event?
Yes. Yeah, the 1s and the 6s are an unexpected event.
Gotcha.
The 5s would be if there are 3 or more adversaries. Which there aren't yet.
Nope.
Okay, unexpected event. As we discussed before, the white one is the
Tens?
Tens place.
25. My book shoe is failing today. Here we go. Phantasms danced upon the air and strange sounds echoed from every direction. Shrieks and giggles flitted by upon the breeze, while on the edge of sight the champions saw terrible things crawl and writhe. It was all they could do to keep their wits about them as the Silver Tower worked its foul tricks. Roll a die and put it on the rune of Tzeentch. When a player makes their action roll, discard any die that scores any dice that score the same number as the dice on the rune of Tzeentch. Discard the die on the rune of Tzeentch at the end of the round. Okay.
So 3s. All our 3s go away.
3s are discarded. Great.
Okay. And I'm gonna pass to you.
Great. I'm gonna see if I can roll some 3s for you. Although I guess it doesn't help you because it doesn't go away till the end of the round anyway. Alright, so I lose 1 die to being a 3. The others are 4, 4, and 6. And I'll use my 4 to go exploring. Beyond the glass. Moments passed before the champions realized what unsettled them so about this place. Within a great mirror, their reflections moved, but all was subtly wrong, the movements unnatural and out of sync with those they aped. Roll on encounter table B, finally a different encounter table. Are you rune marked?
I can't remember.
Nope, I guess it was me.
Well,
What?
no, because I rolled the unexpected event, and then I passed to you to explore, because that's how we roll.
Right.
So
Okay,
yeah, I'm
so
still
roll
rune
yourself some encounters.
marked. Great. You said it's B?
Yeah, so 1d6.
3.
3. 1 Chiric Acolyte per player and 1 Blue Horror per player. Well, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
It's a change of pace.
Certainly more challenging than...
A couple of scuttlings.
Yeah. So I guess probably these guys would want to be in back. Alright.
Okay. I will move. And swing at this guy. Well, these guys are different, but in what way are they different?
Okay, so the one with the shield has more hit points, essentially.
So he's got 4?
I think he has, like... good question. Let me find them real quick here. Here we go. Yes, he has 4. And the other guy has a better ranged attack.
Okay. Well, I'm going to hit this guy first since he sounds easier to kill.
Yes, he is.
Ugh. I get a 1, but I get to re-roll it. I get a 2, which sadly is still not enough. I find that so irritating. Well, no, I better not use that. I was thinking about discarding my shard from my amulet, but...
That would actually only work to... It's your...
Oh, you're right. You can roll the hero dice, but not your...
Not an attack die.
Well, hang on. What about this? Okay, I am going to use the filter of luck to change it to a 3. Now I roll another die.
I like how they spelled filter with a PH.
Yes, and with an RE instead of an ER. Alright, then roll another die. Discard this card if the result is lower than the result you chose. It's not, so I get to hit. Yay.
Great.
And I do 3 damage.
That should kill him.
I think so. And it means I get my rune.
Yeah.
Which is spiffy.
And renown. All sorts of wonderful things are happening.
All the wonderful things. And then I'm going to use this 6. To use my Doom Seeker Axe on the other guy.
You're actually not adjacent to him.
Well, BS. In that case, I would have gone here instead.
That's fine.
Because I can read.
That's fine.
Okay. It misses again. I'm going to change it to a 3 again.
Okay.
Because apparently I just can't roll a 3 normally.
Uh-huh. There you go.
We're fine. So it's going to hit blah, and do 2 damage. Which is not what I was hoping for, but it'll do.
Alrighty. So, my turn. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like my skeletons are going to be able to get into combat, because they are very slow. No 3s, so I don't have to discard any. I will go ahead and send them in. 1, 2. 1, 2. And then I will...
You should move yourself in so you benefit from my skills.
That's what I'm thinking. And all I can really do at this point is shoot that one guy.
Right. Well, couldn't you shoot any of the guys?
I guess I could.
I guess we decided models don't cover line of sight.
Yes. But I killed that guy.
Alright.
Gets me in right now. Okay. Adversary phase.
Well, you do have a 1 left.
Which I don't really have much to do with.
You can't command your skellies with it? Oh,
no.
You can only do that 1 per turn anyway.
Yep, and they're on a 2-up.
Alright, great. Adversary phase.
If I was next to someone, I could poke them with my staff.
So, let's pull up the...
I got it.
Great.
So...
Behavior table.
Yep.
Rolling a d6.
3. Blazing Whirlwind. They each move, so there's as many heroes in the chamber with them as possible.
We have made a terrible mistake.
What's wrong?
You used a 1 to move, right?
I did.
Okay, so the rules text on this encounter, my bad, is if your hero is in this chamber when you make... Oh, but you weren't.
No.
You're fine.
Okay.
If you are in this chamber and you make an action roll, you discard any hero dice to score a 1.
Got it.
But we're good. We're
good
fine.
to know.
Okay, sorry about that.
That's fine.
What did that 3 do?
They're attacking with pink fire, which is their area effect.
Awesome. Because we're not all bunched up here like noobs or anything.
Yep. So that's going to be essentially 2 dice on each of us that hit on a 4-up and do 1 damage each. So these are the 2 against you. Those both hit. You take 2 damage.
Boo. I think I get a renown for that. I do. If I suffer 2 or more wounds in a phase, I gain 2 renown.
There you go.
Guess I put him here.
Yes. Against me, I am also taking 2 wounds.
Shane, I've never seen you roll this well.
Against the skeleton in the front.
Uh-oh.
He takes 1 wound.
How many wounds does he get?
2.
Okie dokie.
And then I get to resummon him, which is how I get my renown.
Nice.
So I'm actually kind of rooting for these guys to go down.
So you kind of want them to die?
A little bit. And the other one
gets off scot-free.
Takes no damage.
For those of you who don't know Shane in real life, Shane will always find a way to play the Swarm character, so it's actually amazing it took him this long.
I mean, at first I wanted to use the guys in the box, but I happened
But then you realized that one of them would do Swarm.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's helpful. I bought the app, and I mean the unlock of the app, and yep. Alright, so you are now rune marked.
Alright.
Oh look, an unexpected event.
Oh boy, we needed that.
And also, the book guy is showing back up next to you.
Oh, son of a gun.
Yep, there he is. Just mucking everything up. Alright, so, go ahead and roll your unexpected event.
What does that mean?
The white
and
the
right,
black.
the white and the black.
Yep. Yep.
12.
12.
I feel like we've rolled that one a bunch of times already.
It's possible.
Isn't that the, that Skaven dude?
Maybe?
It sure is.
Oh, goody.
From nowhere it came, little more than a blur of black cloth and poisoned blades. The Skaven leapt and rolled, darted and dodged, and the champions might as well have swung their weapons at smoke. The Death Runner's mad red eyes fixed upon its victim, and it lunged in to strike the killing blow. Set up the Skaven Death Runner at the portal that is closest to the rune-marked player's hero.
Oh, did we put a...
Oh, no, we
there was
missed the
supposed to
portal.
be a portal in this chamber.
It's supposed to be right here.
Okay.
And I've got one.
Cool.
So he can just come popping right out there.
And I think technically these yellow ones do count as portals for purposes of spawning monsters, but
Oh, good to know.
this one is closest, so... Boop. Okay, so... we each roll a die, and whoever rolls the lowest is his quarry.
I've got a 4.
We reroll.
Let's try that again. Let's try that again.
We could do this forever.
I was going to say, like, we might need to cut the video and just have a result.
Alright, so he's trying to come after me. I'm going to make it pretty hard for him.
But the quarry only matters on some of his actions, right?
I believe so, yes. He will, on at least one of his actions, try to move toward me, specifically.
Okay.
But in this chamber, I think I can stop him. Okay. Right. So now it is your action phase?
Seems good.
With your 2 dice?
With my 2 dice and my inability to roll doubles to heal like I usually can.
Hey!
That's just insulting. Normally, that would have healed me 1, and I would get to roll an immediate additional die.
Well, maybe you should grab the book.
Yeah, maybe I should grab the book dude and lose my skills forever.
You should definitely... I mean, it's only 1 skill and only until the next respite. But,
oh, is it? Okay.
Yep.
Well, I kind of have other things on my mind.
It's true. You do only have 2 dice to work with. So that's
a
thing.
That is a thing. Hey, wait, did we get saves on that stupid fire stuff?
Probably.
I'm going to roll me a couple of saves.
We're always forgetting our saves.
Okay, good. That's better.
So, roll 1 more hero die.
More
I'll
4s.
try for my 5-up saves and fail them both, so that's fine.
Okay, well, universe is taunting me because I didn't get anything high enough to roll my Doomseeker axe. But, I think I'm going to use this die and attack with it anyway. Against the Death Runner.
Alright.
A 3 will hit. And... that'll do 4 damage.
Yes.
No, if I remember correctly, he has like a motherload of hit points.
13, in fact.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Okay.
Which is the same number as the Council of Skaven. Nerd.
Alright, now I'm hitting with my Runic War Axe. Runic War Iron. That'll hit and do 2 damage.
Okay.
And again, that fails. I'm going to use the potion and try to make that a 2. Successfully. I mean, it would be successful either way, but I don't have to discard my potion.
Right.
And then I'm kind of tempted to use my remaining die to heal that wound. Does that make sense?
It makes some sense. I mean...
Although, I'm going to lose my rune after this turn, so maybe I should just hit while I have the extra damage.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that. And hit for 2.
Great. He has taken 10 damage. Cool.
Your turn.
Alright, so I actually took 2 damage. I roll these. I have a 3 and a 5. Which means I could shoot at him twice. I could attack with skeletons once.
But only one skeleton's going to get to hit.
Yeah, and my blast is better than that. So
killing him would be good.
Yeah. Okay, so let's just shoot him. First blast misses. There's still a chance the skeletons will do the right thing on their own. Oh, God.
Shame.
Well, that's not really.
You have to stop
anybody.
rolling better for the bad guys than you do for yourself.
I can't help it. Alright, so now my skeletons roll on the behavior table. The one in front, which is the one who really matters, does nothing. And the one who doesn't matter at all does nothing. Great.
Alright.
This is going well so far.
Good.
Okay, so...
Adversary phase.
Yeah.
Alright, so is there a rule for what order the adversaries go in?
I believe you get to pick as the rune-marked player.
What would we rather?
I'm not sure it matters a ton.
Actually, yeah, it probably doesn't matter at all. Let's just get the Death Runner out of the way.
Sweet.
So,
Roll 1d6.
3.
Assassinate. He moves toward his quarry, which he is unable to do. Then he attacks his quarry with his blood blade if in range. Otherwise, he attacks each hero he can see with either his stab slicer or warp stones, whichever is in range. That would be the stab slicer.
Well, each hero you can see...
Each hero, yeah. No, that's true.
He can see us all.
He can see us all.
Yeah.
Although he can't use missile attacks, like, against people who are near him. It does say the rune-marked player can choose the order in which he attacks the heroes. So I think you could probably also choose whether he attacks ranged or close combat. But it does make sense if I'm his quarry for him to attack ranged.
Well, does he not get to use both weapons on the same time?
No, it says...
Oh, he has to pick one?
I think. The wording is vague. Surprise, surprise.
I'm shocked.
He attacks each hero he can see with either his stab slicer or warp stars. That could definitely be interpreted either way, but I think probably he could attack us all and use both.
Alright.
Go ahead.
No, that's fine. So, I don't think it really matters in what order he attacks the heroes.
Not really.
So why don't we just start with the adjacent skeleton?
Okay.
And what does he roll? That would be
With
a
the
stab
stab
slicer,
slicer, that is 3 dice that hit on a 3-up and do 1 damage each. So that is a downed skeleton.
Does he have a save?
No, he does not.
Sad for him. Happy for you. Sad for him.
Potentially happy for me.
You know, if you survive the encounter.
Yeah.
So then he's also going to get me with the stab slicer?
Yes.
So 2 hits.
Yep. 2 saves.
1 save, so I take a damage.
Okay. So the warp stars are 1 die that hits on a 2-up and does 1 damage. So that's not so bad. Skeleton is hit. I am potentially hit. I am indeed hit.
You're kind of due for a save, honestly.
Well, it's a 5-up, so it's difficult. Alright. With that out of the way, it's time to roll behavior for the horrors.
They get a 1.
Bolts.
I was kind of hoping that meant they stood around and did nothing, like your skeletons.
Sadly, no. That's not something that horrors really do. Basically, they are staying where they are and shooting us with blue fire. Specifically, they are attacking the nearest hero they can see.
Exciting.
So that's all on you. Blue fire is 1 die each, hits on a 4-up, and does 2 damage.
Yikes.
First one misses.
Second one misses. Woo! I get to roll the bad guys from now on.
All right. That's fine with me.
Just kidding.
Okay, so then I guess we're to the new turn.
Destiny phase. We survived that turn. I
sure
think we're in
did.
better shape now.
Yeah.
I mean, except that you don't have any dice.
It doesn't help. Let's see if I can not roll a bunch of duplicates.
Or not.
Or I could roll a whole bunch of duplicates.
At least you didn't roll any double ones or double sixes.
True. Let's see. 3s, I think, is the guy who's already on the board. Yeah. 2s, hero with 2 or more treasure cards. That's you.
Sorry.
I mean, it's not really hurting me that much. All I've got is this Trickster's Brew I forgot about. And yeah, he, of course, is the one who makes it so you can't use treasure cards.
Of course he is.
Okay.
Alright, well, I've lost my rune.
Yep. And it is my turn first.
Unless you want to pass.
There might be some wisdom to that.
I mean, you could see where we're at after I go.
Yeah.
And then decide whether you want to heal or what you want to do.
Sure. Alright, go ahead.
Okay. I get to roll 2 dice. Ooh, ow, sorry. My bad. I get a 2 and a 3, which is good because neither of them are 1s. So you're telling me that guy has 13 hit points?
Yes. So 3 left.
At what point would I have had to discard this thing to heal D3 wounds?
I think technically right before you roll those, although we can certainly go back and do
I'm doing it.
I think that's worthwhile.
I've had worse ideas.
Yeah.
So, okay, great. So I get my dice back.
Yes, which means you now get to roll them, which is why they have you do it then.
Obviously. Alright. That is extremely acceptable.
Depending on how your turn goes, I might do the same.
Is that the worst use of those things that I can think of?
Yeah, I think it might in fact be the best, because any reroll you do could actually end up worse.
Right. So, yeah, I'm going to start by hitting this dude.
Okay.
With a Runic War Iron. That'll hit and do 1 damage. So then I'm going to do it again. That'll hit and do 1 damage. Please die.
1 more.
Nope. And because of the room, I lose a hero die. God bless. And I'm going to try it on this one. That'll hit and do a wound. So that should kill him.
Yes, it does.
Great.
So the room,
and I get my rune.
The room removes a hero die even if it's on a to hit roll?
If you're here, only if it's on a to hit.
Oh, okay. So rolling ones on your hero, like...
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. No, my bad. I was in the wrong chamber. Yeah,
no?
I was in the last one. I was in the living path.
Oh, okay.
Like in my brain. So you're right. I didn't lose that hero die.
So what happens
in
this
chamber? So he's
chamber?
still dead. In this chamber, it's when you make your action roll, discard any ones.
Got it. Okay. That's what I thought.
Wow. We move around chamber to chamber so fast. I kind of get lost.
Yeah. We've done this one a little bit. So...
I get D3 Renown.
Yep.
So that's a 2. I'm pulling away. Haha.
And...
I
each
get my
other
rune
hero
back.
gets 1 renown. Just
great.
Because. I was around, I saw him go down, I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I believe you hit him.
I didn't. I missed him a lot.
Oh, that's true, you did. You whiffed a whole bunch. So my question is, are the familiars considered adversaries?
They are not.
Okay. So I will end my turn not adjacent to any adversaries.
That is true.
And throw an axe at this one.
Cool.
And miss.
Okay. Neat. Well, I get a die. Although, yeah, let's go ahead and discard this, because there's still plenty of guys in there. And heal D3. Yeah.
Awesome.
That's the right number.
Yep.
Of course, now we've used that up, so... if we get into another tricky chamber like that, things could get bad. Which is actually kind of cool.
A little bit refreshing. You don't get that one.
Right. Cool. So, I can shoot these guys a lot. I can use the 5 to summon a skeleton. Which gets me a renown. So let's go ahead and do that. And he sits up as close to me as possible.
Where he will do absolutely no good.
Obviously. But I'm summoning. That's what I try to do. And then I will shoot this guy. Let's see, the blue horrors only have 2 vigor. So it's 1 shot, 1 kill. Or miss. Try again. Okay, this is...
I know you want to make this harder.
Yeah, I guess it's the adversary phase.
I guess it is.
Behavior. 2. That is them shooting you with blue fire again.
Great. It tickles. My dwarf's all about it, to be honest. He's like,
no, he's hoping he gets hit exactly once. 4 up, misses, and misses.
These guys have the accuracy of stormtroopers.
It does kind of seem that way.
Which is good because you also have the accuracy of stormtroopers.
There's a lot of stormtrooping going on in here. So, this passes to you, and roll some Destiny dice.
Alrighty. Oh, that's a random encounter.
It sure is. But hey, there's 3 dice left, which I feel like hasn't happened in a while.
That's new, yeah.
So go ahead and generate the encounter.
It's a 26. Phantasms danced upon the air, and strange sounds echoed from every direction. Shrieks and giggles flitted upon the breeze, while on the edge of sight the champions saw terrible things crawl and writhe. It was all they could do to keep their wits about them as the Silver Tower worked its foul tricks. It sounds very familiar. Right, this is the one where we roll a die and put it on the rune.
Oh, that.
And when you make an action roll, you don't get those.
We just did that.
We did. It could be worse, though. At least there's not more bad guys. It's a 6. That's dumb.
Annoying.
Yeah.
Cool.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and roll my hero dice. Wow, that's a set of 4s. No 6s, though, so that's good.
Yep.
And I'm going to use one of those to move.
So...
What's up?
Do you maybe want to move through the book guy? Because his downside makes one of your skills go away till the next respite.
Yeah, I may as well.
Yeah.
But does it take an extra action to try to grab him? Because I don't really want to waste an action grabbing him.
It's just if you end your move on top of him.
Oh, sure, I can end my move on top of him.
Yep.
Hey, book guy.
That was basically where you're going.
What's a book guy like you doing in a place like this?
So, we both roll a die. I roll pretty low, you roll pretty high.
Well done, Shane.
This guy goes on your sheet.
I think that's the most useful thing you've done today.
And when you, no doubt, level up in a minute, you get to draw 4 skill cards instead of 2.
And choose one. Nice. Cool. So in the meantime, my skills are back. That's awesome.
Yep.
Okay. So then I'm going to use my...
Shane advocates grabbing familiars.
Yeah, I mean, I forgot that all you had to do was step on one.
Yep.
I'm going to use my Runic War Axe to hit the blue horror in front of me. It's going to hit and do 2 damage.
Which kills him, gets you a point of renown, and you get to the 4 skill card thing.
Right. Okay. Alright, well, the skill I've selected is the Reaper of Lives. You are a master of carnage, at one with your weapon, and foes fall before you like wheat to a scythe. I can spend a 6+ action die to make a combat weapon action of my choice. If the attack roll is a 6, the weapon's damage is doubled. Even though I drew 4 cards, that was literally the best I could come up with.
Yep.
So, I'm going to now roll a die to hit this guy. With my Runic War Iron. That'll hit and kill him. I get a renown. And then I will also roll on this little dude here. Miss, but get to re-roll it. with the Miser's Chalice. Crap. Losing my... I'm sorry. It wasn't my Miser's Chalice. It was my Filter of Luck.
Are you sure? Well, weren't you re-rolling ones with a skill?
You get to re-roll ones, but I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's other players.
So I lose my Filter of Luck, which is terrible.
Yep.
But it'll still kill this guy.
Okay.
Probably should not have selected to re-roll that.
Eh.
It is what it is.
It is. Alrighty. Well, I guess I will roll my hero dice. You do still have access to those
you're right.
3 if you want them.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll spend this 3 to swing at that guy. Hitting him and killing him.
Great. In that case, I guess... well, I have to roll hero dice either way. Wow. That would have been a great roll. In a lot of other circumstances. I'll try and grab this guy. Because that's really the only thing left to do in this room. Alright.
Shane gets 5, I get a 2. He captures the doo-wop.
Great. So next time we draw hero cards, which will be shortly here, hopefully, I get an extra 1. So I have no other actions. We have a respite. Back here. Skeletons up front.
Rolling 4 item cards. I get 1.
Me too. Well, 2. Alright, so he goes away.
I've got the Celestrium, a complex clockwork amulet of interlocking lenses. This strange device shows flashes of the future. Basically, I can discard it to look at the top 3 cards of any exploration deck.
Alright, I got some Wrathblood. A vial of thick red liquid swirls with Urgold motes and fills its drinker with Battle Fury. At any time during my turn, I can roll 3 dice, put them on this card, use them to make weapon actions as though they were hero dice, and then discard it at the end of my turn. I also got an Eye of Phoros. By shattering this glowing blue gem, the bearer gains a shadow of the demon Phoros' might. Discard this card to absorb its power. Add 1 to the result of any attack rolls you make for the rest of your turn.
Cool.
Looks like I'm winding up for a super turn. Like in that one last video.
It did seem that you did that. Alrighty. So I guess we're getting ready to explore again.
Yes. Which of us is rune marked at this point?
I'm a little confused about that.
Yeah.
It's gotta be that I was and now it's passing to you.
Yes, I believe that's the case. Alright, so let's roll some dice. That sure is a whole lot of duplicates.
Including a random encounter.
Yup. The 3s are going to bring Blot back.
Which one's Blot?
The book.
Great.
He loves you.
Apparently.
Here he is.
Technically he loves you right now.
Yes. Well, he sets up technically as close as he can to you. But right now that is...
Oh, because I've got the most skills.
Yes.
Got it.
I have no skills. You have many.
I wasn't going to say it.
And then the 6 means that I'm rolling a random encounter, which is a 55.
Alright. The laws of nature had no purchase in that terrible place, for all was governed by the twisted will of the gaunt summoner. Space folded in upon itself, and down became up as one of the champions was whirled off their feet and spun into the ceiling with terrible force. The rune-marked player's hero is removed from the board as they shoot toward the ceiling.
What?
At the end of the hero's phase, they are returned as close to the center of the chamber as they were in, as possible. It is not a soft landing, however, and their hero suffers a wound.
Lovely.
So...
I don't really get a turn, I guess.
There's no hero's phase, though.
Well, there is one this turn.
Okay.
So
right, you're right, okay.
Yeah. So that was Destiny Dice.
That's exciting.
I don't get a turn, so...
I guess I'll roll mine.
Go ahead and roll your hero dice.
Okay, I've got some dice. and I don't really want to go exploring with you in the ceiling.
I guess that's valid.
So I'm going to start by discarding the Celestrum to see what these cards are. Alright, we are going to hit the end of the mission on the next card. So I definitely don't want to go running in there without you. So
Yeah,
I'm going
bad.
to attempt to pick up this little again. So we each get to roll a die.
Yes.
Oh, you beat me.
Right.
So I get to pick one of these and turn them face down.
I believe you do pick, yes.
It doesn't really matter since none of them are doing anything.
Right.
But
Although
it's until the next respite.
It is till the next respite.
Alright, well, in that case, it's going to be the Reaper of Lives.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's also worth noting that we will now automatically have another unexpected event because we just had a respite and there are no adversaries on the board.
Oh.
So not exploring has a little bit of consequences.
Alright,
but
well, I mean...
it's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world.
Cool. Alright.
At least you can that up.
So I fall back down, I take a wound.
And then we roll again on the...
Yes, and then we roll again. I assume we move back here.
Yeah. Do we re-roll Destiny Dice again?
No, so this actually... So it's the end of the hero phase I come back down, right?
Right.
Yeah. So it's during the adversary phase, which
That
is
we
when
have
we
the
would
random
have the
encounter.
respite. So
All
now
right.
we have, 8.
12 again. Oh my god,
That's
that
the
Death Runner.
Yep. Well, he's worth a lot of renown.
That's true.
So,
He comes in the nearest portal, right?
right. So he's here.
Okie dokie.
And we roll to see who is his quarry this time.
Do we roll against each other? I can't remember.
Yeah. Whoever of us rolls the lowest, which is me.
Oh boy. Sorry.
He thinks he's got me this time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does.
He does seem to. So, let me see if... I think he just gets to go now. Yeah, because that was at the start of the adversary phase. It's pretty cool. So,
roll for his behavior?
Yup. 4. He's calling out his second miniature.
Nice. He gets a double.
Yep, which is here. Set it up as close to
him
the first as possible.
Yep.
With the same number of wounds, which is 0.
Sadly.
The second one moves so it is adjacent to as many heroes as possible, then attacks each adjacent hero with the Stab Slicer.
Alright. So that's you and a skeleton.
It does appear that way, yes. Cool. The Stab Slicer is 3 dice, doing 1 damage each.
Oh, jeez.
So...
If we get killed by a random encounter, that's going to be pretty sad.
I mean, he is kind of the strongest random encounter. So that should be gone by now. So, against the skeleton, he is toast. Because those hit on a 3-up.
Massively overkilled. Let's hope he's run out of gas at this point.
Maybe. Could be better.
You should maybe roll your save even though it sucks.
Yeah, that's a valid point.
Yeah,
hey,
you saved!
I got 1. So that is 1 wound. That's fine. Okay, so that's the end of the adversary phase, and now you become the Runemarked player.
Alright, so rolling some Destiny dice.
Indeed. Oh, goody.
Wow, that's great.
So, the 2s are setting up the guy who negates items.
Awesome.
And he is a right here. So he goes to the person with the most items, which is me.
And then we get a random encounter, which is a 53.
At least it's not a 12.
At least it's not 12. In that moment, the air resounded with a cacophony of demonic voices. Gleeful shrieks, jabbered riddles, curses uttered backwards, and threats that dripped like slime from the air echoed around the champions in a maddening din. The fires of change leapt high, then guttered out to leave capering horrors in their wake. Each player rolls a die. If they roll a 1 or 2, you're on fire.
Oh, neat. I'm good.
I get a 2.
That's what you get for being a fire slayer.
I guess so.
It's coming for you.
Set ablaze by demonic wildfires and suffers a wound. Then set up a pink horror at the nearest portal.
Well, things just got kind of bad. So I guess this is the nearest portal that it can come in at.
Okay.
So we'll do it that way. Right. So that makes it your turn.
My hero turn, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, I rolled too many because reasons.
Right. Wounds.
631. Was hoping for some doubles, but didn't get it. Well, I guess I'll use this one to move over here. Can I move through the dude?
That is a good question. Let me look that up real quick. Okay, so looks like you can move through him just fine.
Okay.
It's ending your turn on him that picks him up.
I'm gonna go over here.
Which I don't know that picking up would be that bad, but
well, that's true.
So it would on a 1 or a 2 get rid of your treasure card.
That's fine. I don't need it anyway. So.
Because yeah, you'll still be adjacent to
Right.
this guy from there, and also this guy.
Yeah. So I have rolled a 3. Try to roll under a 3.
Right.
Woo!
I do my best.
I get him. Get him here. All right. So item cards are back in play.
Yes.
And then I'm going to use a 6 to wield my Doomseeker Axe. And hit the pink horror for 3 damage.
Nice. He has 1 wound remaining.
Go. Alright. And then I'll try to get him again with my Runic War Iron. Successfully. So that should kill him.
Yep.
Which gets me a renown and makes me rune marked.
Yes, it does. So, one guy here. One guy here.
And then I'm going to use the die from the middle to hit one of the blue guys. Successfully, which will do 2 damage.
Which kills him.
Great.
Gets you another point of renown.
I just figured wiping out some of these easy guys.
Yeah.
Seeing as we don't know which one of the Death Runners we're actually hitting,
Right. And so,
would make some sense.
Yeah. And honestly, I could even spend my turn mostly recovering.
Yeah, I think that healing's not a bad idea for you.
Yeah. But let's see what I roll.
Yeah.
So there's nothing in the middle. I've got 2 dice. And neither one is high enough to resummon my skeleton. So yeah, let's actually just use both for healing and let my remaining skeleton do as he will. Which is to say he will do nothing. Cool.
Alright, so on to the adversary phase. Let's start with the Death Runner, just because that's... I mean, if we're gonna get killed,
yeah,
it's probably gonna be him.
He's probably gonna... well, so first of all, you determine which one is real.
Okay, so we'll keep that die roll.
Yeah, and so I guess on a 1 to 3, this guy's real. On a 4 to 6, this guy's real.
All right.
Boom. There we go.
Okay, and then their behavior table says assassinate. The Death Runner moves towards his quarry. He then attacks his quarry with his blood blade if they are in range. Otherwise, he attacks each area we can see with either his stab slicer or warp stars, whichever is in range.
Okay, I guess that's me.
Yeah, you were rune marked, right? Or
quarried.
You were
yes.
quarried. So he doesn't have to move.
He sure
just
doesn't.
smites you.
He just stabs me a lot.
Yeah, a whole bunch. 3 times, actually.
Yep.
Which hits on a 3-up.
Yep. You want to roll that?
Oh, sure, I suppose. Oh, I'm sorry. I murdered you thoroughly.
Well, I could still save.
I mean, you could.
Using a 5-up.
Nicely done, 2 saves. So you take 1 damage.
Was this here?
Oh, I think it was there.
There?
Yeah, I don't think the dice moved it very much.
Cool. Alright. So yeah, I only take 1 damage. That's fine. Great.
And then he's done, so
He's
that could have
done.
been worse.
Much worse.
Okay, so then maybe the blue horror.
Sure.
He rolls a 1 on his behavior table, which will do bolts of azure flame. Each horror in the group attempts to move so that it is not adjacent to any heroes, but can see at least one of them. And then it attacks the nearest hero he can see with blue fire.
Alright.
Or if with flickering blade, if still adjacent.
So his agility is 2 up. Because he has to break from combat. So
oh, got it.
He rolls.
Will he move through a portal, or will he stay in the room?
Well, you can shoot through portals, so I assume since he's just trying to get to where he can't.
Alright, that he could just break away.
Yep.
So, yeah. Right, his agility is 2. What does that mean again?
That means you have to roll a 2 or higher to break away.
Oh, he super fails.
Yep. So he's locked into close combat. So
he'll try to get me with the flickering blade.
Yeah.
Which
2 dice
hits on a
hit
3
on
up.
3s.
I think I would have rather he bolted me with the fire, honestly. Ugh. Alright, here's my saves. That's 1 save.
Yep.
So I will take 1 point of damage. Ugh.
And finally, the brimstone horror.
That's the
thing.
one. I don't think we've ever had one of those survive a round before. Vicious capering. Each horror moves towards the nearest hero. He's pretty much already there. Each horror then attacks the nearest hero with either blue fire or his flickering blade, whichever is in range.
Alright, that's the flickering blade again.
Okay.
He only hits on 4s.
Yay. I mean, I've been kind of rolling really well. Yay, he misses.
And that's still a 2 dice, though. So.
Oh, my bad. Oh, he hits once. My save fails, so I take another damage and gain a renown. So I think that concludes the adversary phase.
It sure does. So I get this, and we get a hero phase. Oh, look.
You've got to be kidding me.
So 2 is the item guy who you've already captured.
He is on my card, yes.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to... Okay, unfortunately that seems to mean that it moves off of your card.
Great. And you're rune marked, so...
Yeah, so...
I guess you get it over here.
Yeah. I mean, it can be close enough in case either one of us wanted to pick it up.
Oh, sure, because I want to go through that again.
Well, that's valid.
I mean, no, that's fine, because I'll probably be moving towards a Death Runner at some point.
Sure.
Alright, and then we get a random encounter. Why don't you roll that as well? Hopefully it won't be more bad guys.
White is the high die. 62.
Maybe it'll be more bad guys that want to fight the bad guys we already have.
That would be neat. A little bad guy civil war.
Yeah, that's happened to me in Fallout before. A shambling procession now approached, a train of ragged figures. These strange unfortunates were swathed in heavy robes and cowls, from beneath which echoed their piteous moans. As they drew close, the figures raised shackled limbs in supplication, rattling their chains and pleading for release. The champions eyed one another, suspicion and compassion warring in their hearts. Were these helpless unfortunates more than they seemed? The group must decide whether they will push past the unfortunates, ignoring them completely, or free them from their shackles. I love that we're going to stop to do this in the middle of this Death Runner trying to stab us to death.
Definitely.
If you choose to help them, roll a die. On a 1, 2, or 3, it was a cruel trick. I don't... Like, it seems like we should have to decide before we know this.
Yeah, maybe. I think that's a valid way to do things, is to, whenever it says to make a decision, not read any further.
Okay, so let's pretend we didn't.
Sure.
Do we want to help them or not?
I mean, I'm a necromancer, so I'd vote no.
Yeah, I'm not, particularly altruistic.
No, you're, I think, generally portrayed as a...
I don't think the Klingons would stop to help these guys.
No.
Okay,
no.
we're gonna not then.
Certainly not the Ferengi Klingons. Which seems to be sort of where your character sits in this.
Okay, so apparently nothing happens if we choose not to help them.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
That's fine then.
That could have been worse.
That could have been much worse. Some poor folks wander through, and we completely ignore them because you're nearly dead.
Even if we were to help them, we're stuck in this chamber or in this tower. Like, what are we going to do then?
Yeah,
like, now we have a bunch of slaves. Oh my god, forget it.
Seems like more trouble than it's worth. Maybe if they die, I can turn them into skeletons. Speaking of which,
I might not be okay with that.
It's my turn. I mean, if they're already dead, come on now. It's not like they're still using those bones. Okay, so I think summoning another skeleton is definitely on my list of to-dos. I think that commanding my skeletons would be cool. Hitting something with my staff is not even on the list. But healing could be. So that seems like my 3 dice here. So yeah, we will... if a skeleton has been removed from the board, set up again as close to the necromancer as possible. So I guess he has to go here. Or here.
I mean, why would you not want to be near an enemy?
Mostly because if you start near an enemy, then you have to break away.
But why would he want to move?
So that both of them can attack him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can't this guy move through the other guy?
Probably. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Alright. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
Moving along.
Academic point.
Then I'm gonna heal myself. And then I'm gonna command my skeletons. So this guy moves here. And they both attack. So that is 4s. Nice. That's 2 hits from one. And no hits from the other.
Well, that was exactly average.
I mean, maybe he just raised and...
Hang on. Other players can reroll attack rolls with a result of 1 if their hero is in the same chamber as yours. Oh, but wait, are my skills bunked again?
No, only items are bunked.
Awesome. So you should reroll that 1.
Yay! Thank you. Alright, so that is 3 damage on this game of Death Runner. Also, I get a renown for summoning a skeleton.
Alright, so I guess I'm next with my 1 completely uninspiring hero die.
But I left that center die for you.
Yeah, so I can do something twice.
Yep.
Alright, well, I guess I'm going to start by trying to exterminate the Brimstone Horror. I'm going to do that with my Runic War Iron. And fail. Because that's awesome.
Because your Divine Will doesn't work on yourself.
It doesn't work on me, just on other people. And then with this 5, I'm going to use my Doomseeker Axe on the Blue Horror. Which will hit and kill it.
Great. Point of renown for you.
And we get another Brimstone Horror.
Your extra damage remains active.
That's all I got.
Cool.
I think that takes us back to the adversary phase, sadly enough.
I believe it does.
Yeah.
Alright.
So you should roll... You should pick one of these guys and roll their behavior.
Yeah. Man, I really should have tried to find a way to move myself away, but you really needed that extra die, so... Okay, so we'll do the Death Runner. That is Assassinate again. This time.
I mean, he only got you for 1 last time?
Yeah.
How did you get rid of it, by the way?
I healed.
Oh, nice.
I had 3 dice available, so I used 1 to heal myself.
Got it.
1 to command my skeletons, 1 to summon a skeleton. So this time he hits twice, and I save none of those. Then the Brimstone Horrors are doing a 2, which they're going to try to move away from you but can still see you, and then shoot with blue fire. So this one tries to break. Although they actually break automatically. They've got a 1-up agility, quote unquote.
Oh.
I think? Yes, because they're so tiny. So they move away and then shoot you with their blue fires. It hits on a 5-up and does 2 damage. That's a hit.
Seriously?
You can try and save it.
There
you go. And the other one misses.
Whew. Dodged that bullet.
Okay.
I think you'd kind of be in trouble if I went down.
Yeah, I would.
Maybe just a little.
It would be an issue. That Death Runner still has, I don't know, 10 hit points? Yeah. Okay. It's your turn to reroll marked.
Oh boy. Rolling some Destiny dice. Not doing as badly as Shane did.
Yeah.
I think the 3 guy is the book guy, though. That's kind of terrible.
He sure is. There goes those skills we like so much. And he shows up somewhere next to you.
Great. I'm going to roll this 1 fancy die. For a 5. I can no longer actually hit anybody. So...
You could use some dice to recover.
Yeah. And you said that the number required is higher each time? Is that how that works?
Yes. So the first time it's just a 1-up. Next time it's a 2-up. Next time it's a 3-up, etc.
Okay.
So you could use really any 3 dice and pretty much make it happen with this particular roll. Was I supposed to be here?
We gotta stop rolling on that card. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of these wounds. Actually, you know what? This was a 5, and this was a 2.
Yep.
Let's rethink that a sec.
Okay.
Because if I can just manage to roll doubles, I'll clear the other wound automatically.
That's true.
So I'm just gonna spend 2 dice healing.
That makes
so
sense.
I'll start with this 2.
Then the 6 locks. And then you can spend your 4.
I'll use my 4. And I'll let my turn expire. And then I'll throw an axe at one of the brimstone horrors.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
On a 3-up, it'll suffer a wound, which kills it.
Nice.
Let's do that one. I can see him, right? Yeah, you can see 3 figures.
Yes.
No problem.
Great. Okay. Well, that was cool.
That one goes away because we're in the glass hallway.
Right. Okay. Well, I would like to no longer be next to this guy who hates me.
Yeah, but how's your agility? Not real good.
I'm not... I mean, the robes make it hard.
So maybe you should just stand there and kill it.
Yeah, except...
I mean, it's only going to assassinate on a roll of...
1 to 3?
1 to 3.
You know, half the time.
Only half the time is it going to stabify you. And anyway, even if it doesn't stabify you, it's going to try to kill you anyway.
Yeah, it is. And... yeah, I was sort of thinking if I could get away, but my skeletons could hold in place, but it turns out it has an agility of 1-up, as you might expect.
Yeah, it's just going to keep
from an
chasing
assassin.
you.
So, yeah, it's pretty much going to chase me forever. The problem is, my staff hits on a 4-up and does 1 damage. My blast, which I can't be next to it to do, hits on a 3-up and does 2 damage.
Yeah, but you could blast the brimstone horror.
Yes, I can do that. Okay, we'll do that.
You could blast the brimstone horror and then command your skeletons and then heal.
Yes, that seems like a solid course of action. Okay, so yeah, we will go ahead and shoot a balefire blast at the brimstone horror and kill it.
Great.
And then skeletal command. So I don't roll that, I just roll their attack rolls. So, first one attacks him and hits once. Next one attacks him and hits once. Another startlingly average roll.
None of the... oh, never mind, it doesn't matter.
Yep. And then I heal once.
Alright.
Great.
It's their turn again.
His
turn,
turn.
because now there's only one of them.
There's only one. Go ahead and roll his behavior.
Skitter Strike. He gets his double back.
Oh, that's annoying.
It has the same number of wounds on it.
Yep. It appears next to him, I assume?
Yes, but then it moves till it's adjacent to as many heroes as possible, which means it doesn't go anywhere.
Yep.
So the good news is that one can only hit the skeletons next turn.
Yes. Maybe
he might
that'll be
actually
the real
just
one.
teleport out of range of you, which would be hilarious.
That would be pretty cool.
Okay, so then it's going to attack each adjacent hero with its stab slicer.
Nice.
Your skeletons are going to die. I'm sorry.
I'm so happy. I love it when my skeletons die.
Yeah, but they were hitting things.
They'll hit things again. I can resummon them.
So yeah, he's going to get 3 dice against each of them.
Cool.
Oh, I guess that's me.
It is.
That would be why you're waiting.
You are
on me.
rune marked.
All right.
It hits on a
3 up.
Okay.
So that's 1 hit. Do your skeletons have valor?
No.
Or whatever, vigor?
They have two points of vigor.
Okay.
They don't have saves. So. Yep.
So the second one buys it.
Excellent.
Sorry, buddy. Okay. And that's it for adversaries. Because we've kind of whittled it down. Getting rid of that Brimstone Horror was actually really good because he does a surprising amount of damage when he hits.
Yeah. For such a insignificant looking enemy. Okay. I'm rune marked. And there sure is an event.
There sure is an event.
I think it's the other one.
Oop. I'm grabbing the wrong book. There it is. I've lost it, but I found it now.
Excellent. 44.
A mighty gong chimed like thunder, its note rolling through the still air. A golden gargoyle thrust its face through the ceiling above the champions' heads, and its jaws yawned wide. Out spilled a wounded figure, sprawling like a rag doll into the champion's path. I imagine it was like a cat-shaped gargoyle, and this was a hairball?
Something.
Put an unused hero card next to the rune-marked player's chamber. Heroes in the chamber can make the following action. Give aid 2+. Put a stun marker onto the unused hero card. At the end of the phase, roll a die. If the result is higher than the number of stun markers on the hero card, the stranger is beyond help. Otherwise, they join the party as a companion. Set them up anywhere in the chamber.
Cool.
Okay, an unused hero card next to the rune-marked player's chamber.
So that's this chamber. So I just go get an unused hero card.
Okay, great. Alright, so we have decided to bring back our Excelsior War Priest.
Yep.
Who left our party briefly, but sounds like he may be back if we revive him.
Yeah. So does it say he actually goes on the board, or was it just...
It doesn't.
I guess he's in the chamber.
Anybody in the chamber can do it.
Okay, so he is just
2 up.
in the chamber.
Yep.
And we can use a 2 up to...
Put a stun marker on him.
And how many stun markers does it take to...
We roll a die at the end of the phase. If the result is higher than the number of stun markers on the hero card, he is beyond help.
Got it.
So we'd probably need at least 3 to make it a fighting chance.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's how we want to spend our dice, but I guess we can see what our dice are and go from there.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, we've got those dice in the middle, and I'm rune marked. Is that right? Or did you just roll that? And I forgot to pass it.
I think I just rolled that.
I think you just rolled that. Cool. Great. Sounds good to me.
Right. So that would be my turn then.
Yes.
And unfortunately I can't use skills, which means there's no chance of auto-healing this wound.
Right.
Which I would have done, so that just pisses me off.
That's pretty annoying.
I have a 6/6 and a 4.
That book guy.
God damn that book guy.
You could get him.
Yeah, the last time I failed to get him, I had to turn this card upside down.
Yep.
I wonder what we were thinking when we put him there. Was there nowhere we could put him? Probably not.
Yeah, it was...
He's so far out of the way there.
I mean, we could have put him here.
That's true. Let's put him there, and then I can step on him.
Okay.
So, unless you think I should use a majority of my dice trying to revive the War Priest...
stepping on him is only going to take one of your dice.
Right.
Which means then you could use the others to revive the War Priest.
Oh, that's true. Do I have to end my movement on him?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's not so helpful.
That's the annoying part.
Yeah.
So it doesn't actually matter that much if he's here or here. But
It's true, because I'm going to have to go out of my way either way.
a little bit.
But yeah, let's do it.
Cool.
Let's use this 4. And then you and I each roll a die.
Yep.
And I win ties.
Yep.
I've rolled a 3.
I
And you
rolled
rolled
a 4.
So I'm going to turn another one of my... darn. That's a tough call. But I'm going to get rid of my Fires of Battle in a selfless attempt to keep your attack rolls better.
Not sure you should, but that's fine.
Let's see. And then I could attempt to revive the War Priest, I guess.
If that's what you want to do.
I mean, otherwise I'm going to have to spend another die to move.
Yes. Possibly moving on to the item guy and then attacking a guy who we're not sure is actually
real. Yeah, I may
real.
as well spend some dice trying to revive the War Priest. So let's put 2 stuns on him with my dice, and then
I can potentially put more on with those dice
with the Destiny
on what
dice.
my turn looks
So
like.
yeah, why don't you go ahead?
Cool. So I'll roll my 3 hero dice. Wow.
Dang.
So obviously, reviving a skeleton, which can stick him right here where he was, and can also gain me a renown, which gets me a skill. Is this a skill deck?
Yes.
Great. Alright. I have selected Wellspring. By sheer grit or other stranger means, you shrug off the hurts of battle with amazing speed. Before making my action roll, I can roll a dice for each wound on my hero card. On a roll of 6, I replace it with a stun marker. And stun markers go away at the end of the turn, so that's pretty cool.
That's neat that you get to keep trying for the same wound over and over.
Yes, as long as it's still on my card at the start of my turn.
Awesome.
Yep. Okay, so then, I guess I may as well command my skeletons once with one of these dice, and then I could just pour them all into the Excelsior War Priest and
make sure we get
pretty
him.
much guarantee it. Because that would be, that would actually be 6 markers, which guarantees it.
Alright, sounds good.
Unless it said greater
No,
than...
it's, we win ties.
Great, cool. Then yeah, let's do that. We'll use some healing magic. Definitely not a zombie Excelsior War Priest.
Definitely not.
And then a skeleton here.
Not going to smell anything like rotten brains.
We'll do 1 damage. A skeleton here.
Ooh,
We'll do
snake
nothing.
eyes. Oh, but hey, we got rid of skill guy, so you get to roll both of those again.
Because you selflessly kept that. And look at that, I got one. Okay, and then Excelsior War Priest revives. I believe it said next to the rune marked player or something.
Did it? Hang on. Set them up anywhere in the chamber.
Oh, anywhere in the chamber. Brilliant. I guess there's no place for him to really get.
It's too bad you can't put him on top of that stupid adversary.
Yeah, that would be neat.
Just stick him right there by me.
Yep, that seems good. Cool. Okay, so then it is the adversary phase.
Alright, so how about these Death Runners? If both miniatures are on the board when the Death Runner is activated, randomly determine which of them is the real Death Runner. So let's say this guy's real on 1 through 3.
Yep.
And that guy's real, so...
Sweet!
You're finally out of melee!
There. Okay, so, roll behavior? Oh, no, you... Yeah,
right,
now
yes,
you roll
behavior now.
Yes.
1, assassinate. So I guess he breaks away always.
Yeah, it appears that way, because he has a 1-up on his agility, and there's nothing about 1's always failing or any of that good stuff. So otherwise, 1-up wouldn't really be a score, I wouldn't think.
So roll that stab slicer. I guess I do that.
Technically.
I don't know why I always think of you as the bad guys. It could be the people you choose to play. So he hits you once. That could have been worse.
I don't save it, but that's fine.
And it does 1 damage?
Yep.
All
Cool.
right. And he's the only adversary, so we totally lived through that phase.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Pass the token so we actually remember for sure this time.
I mean, if you say so.
And the 2s are, I think, the item guy who's already out. Yep.
Great.
Sweet. Alright, so before I roll my hero dice, I check my wounds, and I don't manage to recover any of them.
Doesn't... Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, that's a skill. I thought that was an item. My bad.
Yep. And then I have these dice available to me. Okay, so I think pretty much all of my arguments for not getting out of melee still apply.
The fact that you're unlikely to succeed, and
yeah,
he's just going to chase you anyway?
Yep, those are the ones. Now that I think about it, we actually should have, and maybe we can just take this back. The War Priest has a move of 3, I believe, and he's going to want to get next to that guy, so we should have set him up over here.
Yeah, that's fine.
That definitely happened. Alright.
Oh, you know what? I had other plans. I was going to move on to the item guy.
Oh. I just wasn't, like, because he goes after both of us.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh.
So that would mean that you wouldn't be able to move into melee this turn, like, at all.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess I'll activate my skeletons first with this 3. First skeleton misses twice. Second skeleton, wow.
Rerolls the 1.
Rerolls the 1.
And still, wow, that was not average at all.
Not even a skosh. Alright. With the rest of my turn...
I feel like War Priest just showed up and he's like, you guys suck.
Alright, I am actually going to try and break away. Just because
you're due to roll a 5?
Then I can use my Balefire Blast. There it is.
You were due to roll a 5.
I was due to roll a 5.
Yes, I understand that's not how statistics work.
Not even a little bit. 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
And now I'm going to shoot it in the face with some necromantic energy. And that's a 4, so that's 2 damage. And then I'll do it again. And that's a 6, so that's 2 more damage.
May I suggest that even though you really want to get away from that guy, you be here, because then you get to reroll 1s.
Oh, that's legit. Cool. Cool.
Alright. I'm going to roll my 3 dice.
Yep.
I'm going to have a 3, 4, and 5, which is almost too bad because I was looking for some doubles to clear that wound. I'm going to start with my 3 by moving in on this little turd. I freaking hate that guy. Although not as much as I hate the book guy, to be honest.
Yeah, the book guy's pretty much the worst.
I rolled a 4, Shane rolled a 5. He's constantly beating me on these guys.
So,
do I lose an item?
You roll a dice for each item, and on 1 or 2, it goes away.
I keep my Miser's Chalice, even though I've never had a chance to use it.
Well, there you go. And now you're able to use it again.
In case I wanted to.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to take a 5 and try to roll my Doomseeker Axe. That will hit for...
2
you
damage?
know what? I didn't kill anybody last turn, did I?
I think you killed 1 Brimstone Horror. Like, you killed 1 and I killed the other. Or was that a turn before that?
I think that was a turn before.
Yeah, no, it was.
I think I've lost my rune, which is way too bad. So I only do 1 damage to him.
Okay.
And then I will hit him with my Runic War Iron. And that'll hit and do 1 damage.
Okay.
And then I'll borrow this 5 to hit him with my Doomseeker Axe again. And miss.
Well, the War Priest gets to stick around. There are no other 3s, are there? Oh, there we go. Okay. So, the War Priest rolls 4 hero dice.
So the companion rules are that he will change all but one of his dice to a 1.
So keeping a 4, turning all the others into 1s.
And there's a lot of things he can't use.
Yeah.
Items, skills, destiny dice.
Yep. Okay, well he's going to use one of these 1s to move up into the space that I vacated. And then he's going to try and hit it with a Warhammer, which it hits on a 3-up. And that'll hit and kill it.
Oh my god. He thinks he's the Johnny-come-lately who's saving. He thinks he just blew up the Death Star.
Yeah.
It's like Luke Skywalker. He just showed up.
Yep.
He got coughed up by some kind of cat gargoyle and fell on the Death Runner, essentially, and killed it. And now he's going to want, like, 1/3 of the loot.
So he gets D3 renown, except the fact that companions
can't
can't
get
get renown.
The rest of us get 1.
The rest of us get 1.
That is the biggest load of bullshit I've ever seen.
So the War Priest is a kill-stealing mofo.
He is, because now he's about to vamoose, too, into the ether.
He pretty much is,
He literally just got coughed up by the cat gargoyle, fell on the Death Runner, then was like, I'm out.
He's gonna heal one of us on his way out, because he's got that 4, which can be Sigmar's boon. And I think he's going to heal me, because I healed him the most.
I think he is.
So that does 2.
I think he's going to do it because my dwarf is waving him off, like, 'tis but a scratch!
Alright, and then there's a Respit, which means that he goes away.
Bye, War Priest. Thanks for visiting.
So, we're finally setting up at this final door.
Can't I heal during a respite?
That is an option open to you. It takes the place of
looking for an item.
Looking for items.
Well, I'm going to do that then.
Okay. But all your skills turn
face up. I get my
up.
skills back. Yay. Whatever.
I'm going to look for an item. And I found one. A sorceress shield. Conjured a musty scroll. This crackling corona of energy deflects enemy blows entirely. So yes, when I get hit, I roll on a 4-up. It is blocked. On a 1, the scroll goes away.
Okay.
Cool.
Could have used that yesterday.
A little bit. Okay, so
you should give me the rune marker.
Yes.
And then I'm going to roll some destiny dice.
And as I recall, this is going to be the final room.
I believe it is.
You peeked at the deck.
I may have cheated.
I mean,
that's a whole lot of 5s.
I think you were allowed to peek at the deck. I think the deck
cheating.
told you to peek at the deck.
Also cheating.
There are not 3 or more adversaries on the board, so the fish stays gone.
The fish?
Yeah, there's a fish familiar. I don't think we've actually run into him.
Yeah, because we almost never have 3 or more adversaries on the board?
Yep, that's the one.
Alright, well, okay, so we've got 2 destiny dice, and I get all my hero dice.
Yeah.
Even though they're not very good at all. Got 2 2s, a 1, and a 5, and I will use the 1 to explore. Welcome to the Spore Cave.
Yeah.
At that time, the champions came upon a strange cave, lit from within by grotesque fungi that threw out a flickering emerald glare. Bestial shadows twisted and capered around the grotto's walls, dark silhouettes of vile monsters that stamped and chanted at the cavern's heart. As the champions entered that glowing cave, the toadstools gave a horrid shudder and began to utter muffled screams, spewing out clouds of drifting spores that soon filled the air with foulness. So warned, the beast cult that shrieked and cavorted within the cavern took up their blades, while the towering leader clutched at the ensorcelled amulet fragment that hung around his neck. The beast's screeches of devotion became sounds of anger as they prepared to strike these interlopers down and feast upon their flesh.
Nice.
Do you remember the fungus alarm from D&D? Did they totally just rip off the fungus alarm?
I think they might have.
They sort of did. Okay. Then we have some setup to do. Alright, so here we have this big sucker. He's an Orgoid Thaumaturge.
Yeah.
I'm told, although it seems impossible to believe, that he takes up only 1 space. And then he's got some Zongors with him. And these spore things right here, they will negate wounds on any of the adversaries in this chamber on a roll of 5 or 6. So it's sort of like everybody has a 5-up armor save on the opposing team.
It's pretty exciting. I guess one blessing we can count is that guy only has 9 vigor, which is less than the Death Runner that we've killed a few times.
I bet he does more damage.
He almost certainly does. He also has overwhelming power. At the start of the adversary phase, we remove a wound marker and any stun markers from him.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, so we can't stun him. And he regenerates. When slain, whichever hero landed the killing blow gets D3, and everyone else gets 1. Mighty Bulk. He can move through spaces occupied by heroes. Whenever it does, that hero's player rolls a dice. If the score is less than our save, then the hero suffers a wound and is stunned.
Yikes.
Yep. Finally, Brutal Rage. Once he has suffered 9 wounds, he is not slain, but becomes enraged instead. Remove all wound markers next to him. If he is slain if he suffers another 9 wounds. Until then, roll 1 dice instead of 2 on his behavior table.
Okay, so when you're saying that he only has 9 wounds, what you really mean is he has 18.
What I really mean is I hadn't read his entire entry yet. And, in fact, it appears he has 18.
Okay, great. Dwarf says, this is no problem, we got this, I've totally fought Diablo before.
Necromancer says, I've definitely sent my skeletons after Diablo over and over and over again.
Yeah, but I feel like your skeletons should have little arrows coming out of little shields.
Yeah.
Not for nothing.
I mean...
Your skeletons, what I'm trying to say is they look like level 1 skeletons.
I'm really only still level 2 myself. I've gotten this one skill.
Uh-huh.
And
the skill wasn't make little skeletons with little shields.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't reached that one on my tree yet.
That's maybe the one you should have done.
It probably is.
I played a lot of Necromancers in Diablo, and that's always what I do first.
I think it's been discussed on the Board Game Geek forums that the leveling system in this game is a little bit lacking.
Perhaps a bit simplistic.
And we'd like to improve it, but that's for another day. So, is there anything else with this chamber?
No, I think that's it.
Go over? Great.
Oh, we should make sure that... Oh, well, if any heroes are in this chamber at the start of a round, we get to read Passage 73, so we have that to look forward to.
Maybe that's when they all die.
I think that's probably when we get really confused.
Probably. From breathing fungus.
Yeah, I mean, every time I snort fungus, that's what happens to me.
Yeah. Okay.
But maybe we get hay fever.
Yeah. And so you said the fungi have 6 wounds each?
Yes. Oh, yes, we can hit the fungus. They have 6 wounds each.
But we have to be in their space to do so.
In their space, yes.
Yep. Cool.
And I guess they're not adversaries, so they don't get to save on a 5 or 6.
Right.
Because they're just markers.
Yes.
Okay.
There are no shields for their shields.
Let's do this thing.
Okay.
Who's remarked?
You, because you're still...
There it is. I found it. It's on my card.
You
Okay.
generated this.
You're right. Oh, and I discovered that I did roll these hero dice while I was still in the glass hallway, so I had to actually lose the 1. So I'll be using the 2 to explore, and then another 2 to move in. And then I guess I'll do what comes naturally and hit him with my Doomseeker axe. Badly. That was good.
Cool.
So then I'm going to use this 6 over here to try to do it again. And get a 5, which will hit and do D3 damage, which will be 1, which is just terrible. I got it.
And since that's one with a shield, he has 7 vigor.
Oh, great.
And did you make his fungus save?
No, I didn't make his fungus save. Well, he saves.
He actually didn't
F
take
that.
Wound.
Okay.
Because fungus.
Oh my god. Maybe I should have just moved over to the fungus.
I think that's clearly going to be the effect here, is we'll get more and more frustrated with the fungus until
we finally decide to kill it. The problem is killing them both is no mean feat.
Can the fungus be killed by ranged attacks? Or
Nope, you have to be in the space.
But
have you ever tried to shoot a fungus?
I mean, no.
Okay, me neither.
Can attack them with combat weapons, so I can't even use my Balefire Blast on it at all. That's awful. Okay.
Alright, so then I'm going to use my Miser's Chalice for the first time. Items. It's not worth it because it's a 4. So I'm just going to pass to you.
Okay. Okay, so I've decided I'm going to at least use my Wrathblood. Well, first I'd roll my hero dice. Ooh. That's... Oh god, I'm still in the mirror chamber.
Yep.
So... That happens.
That sure did happen.
That's unfortunate.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's use the Wrathblood. Well, luckily those don't count as...
Hero dice.
Hero dice.
They're just different dice.
They're just different dice that work sort of like hero dice, except for weapon actions. Unfortunately, they're 1s and only work for weapon actions, so that's just some extra staff blows. Right. Skeletons, away! They have a move of 2. So they're going to go 1, 2, and 1, 2. And then one of them is going to attack that guy with the shield. And hit once. And the fungus will stop it from happening.
Oh my god. This is going really poorly.
Then I will... yeah, I think this is just going to be 1 Balefire Blast and 2 wasted dice. Because
Great.
I don't really want to get next to those guys. For one thing, I have to use... I have to use at least 1 die to move.
Mm-hmm.
And it can't be one of these, which means I'm turning a Balefire Blast into...
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. The only question is, do I use this now? I think I save it. Okay, so... Balefire Blast on the one in front of you. Misses. Again. Hit. Doesn't save. That's 2 damage. First blood. And last Balefire Blast. Misses.
So you should try to get in the same chamber as me next round?
Yes.
Because that would have been a reroll.
That's actually a good call.
And you'll stop having to discard your ones you roll on your hero.
Yes. Those would be good too. Cool. Well, I figured I would let you be the one to start your hero phase in there next turn.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah.
Thanks, I guess.
I mean, you know, gotta send that guy in.
Take this damn thing and roll some Destiny dice.
Well, they said
Are
adversary
we gonna let
phase.
them go? Damn it. I thought maybe you'd forget.
So go ahead and roll 2d6 on the Thaumaturge's behavior
Is he
table.
gonna go
Unless you want
first?
to do the Zangors first.
No, this is fine.
I feel like...
He's got an 8.
That is a Fire Blast. If he's not adjacent to any heroes, which he's not, he attacks the nearest one with Coruscating Flame. I'd say that skeleton right there is the nearest one.
I'm thinking yes.
Okay, so that attack is D3 dice. So first roll to see how many dice he has.
1.
And hits on a 4-up. And
Yes.
does D3 damage.
2.
And that's a dead skeleton.
It is. We barely knew him.
Capering demons spring from the fire. Set up a pink horror adjacent to the hero if they suffered 3 wounds, a blue horror if they suffered 2, or a pair of brimstone if they suffered 1.
Okay.
That's it.
Alright, so Zangors. They're 1d6, right?
Yes.
They get a 4.
Bestial Charge. Each Zangor moves toward the nearest hero. Then each Zangor attacks with its Savage Blade if in range.
Okay.
So they're already there. This guy...
I maybe could have managed my adjacency better.
Yeah. Honestly, though, it does make it so... Well... Oh, yeah. So their move is 4. So I guess they're going to go through their friends and go 1, 2...
Why does he need to move all the way over there?
to make room for his friend.
Yeah, but they're not smart.
Otherwise, his friend goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and makes it here anyway.
All right.
Okay. Well, at least one of these can attack the skeleton.
Yes.
Possibly both if he survives. So, the guy with the big thing...
the guy with the big thing. It's a pretty technical term.
It's a great axe. And so he gets 2 dice that hit on a 3-up and do 2 damage.
Okay. Who's he hitting?
Skeleton.
Sure. That's gonna hit.
Twice?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a super dead skeleton.
It's really, really dead.
Okay. This guy has 4 dice that hit on a 3-up and do 1 damage.
Blah. 3 hits. I will make 3 saves.
We may die in here.
We could die in here. I save once. I take 2 damage and get a renown.
Okay. So these two have 2 dice that do 1 damage each on 3s.
2 hits. 1 save. So that's 1 damage?
Yep. You made it. I guess that...
No, don't I have to roll the last guy? You said each of them had 2
Oh,
dice.
you're absolutely right. Yep, there is one more.
He hits once. I save.
Good. Great.
Sadly, I am once again not able to roll enough dice to even possibly have doubles to clear a wound.
So the horror, I guess, gets to go?
Yeah, I suppose he may as well. He rolls a 6.
He's gonna come up and try and stab someone.
That's probably
He's
going to be
got a
me.
move of 4. So
Does it say nearest hero?
Yes.
Okay.
Moves toward the nearest hero. And he hits, and he actually has 2 dice, so...
Oh.
The second one
Second die
also
also
hits.
hits.
That's 2 damage. And
Nope.
you're down.
I'm down.
Well, this is bad.
Yeah, I think, yeah. I think I've been on Star Wars Old Republic raids like this. Where, like, the tank goes down, everybody else is like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, there's a bit of that going on. Well, I guess I'm rune marked now.
I guess you are.
For a while, it seems. I'm gonna roll some destiny dice. And you get to watch me solo this for a bit.
I mean,
just
for
like in
however
Star
long
Wars
that
The Old
lasts.
Republic.
Yeah, exactly. While I'm laying here,
Uh-huh.
like, seeing only the portion of the fight I can see.
Unexpected event.
Are you serious?
Yep. A 54.
It's the unexpected event that all the bad guys die, because that would work.
I could be down.
Amidst the coiling vapors, a figure moved. A stranger approached through the shimmering murk. Weapons were drawn and readied, yet serendipity this was. Stepping into the light came not some monstrous foe, but another lost soul seeking freedom from this place. Pick an unused hero card at random.
Ooh.
That hero joins the party as a companion. Set them up as close to the rune-marked player's hero as possible.
Well then.
Alright, so we have randomly selected a Knight Questor.
You
So
can
Shane has inherited a new tank.
you can tell it's random because he's unpainted.
Yes.
And we would have selected
We would have
a painted
selected
one.
a painted model.
Alright. So that's cool.
So that happened. So I'm going to roll the Knight Questor just so I have something to do. I'm always telling people that the beauty of Euro games is that they don't feature player elimination, but Games Workshop has not gotten that message.
Yeah, Games Workshop doesn't really make Euro games in the strictest sense of the word.
I know, but you'd think they could have learned something from them.
They don't really seem to pay a lot of attention to the outside world.
Or anything. Anyway, okay.
So I guess I roll my hero dice.
Try not to roll ones.
I didn't.
Great.
Which is good because it doesn't seem like I'm ever moving inside that chamber.
It doesn't really seem that way. We may never know what Passage 73 does.
Yeah. Well,
maybe you should summon a skeleton.
I was thinking.
You got a lot of Destiny dice you can use.
I can, in fact, summon
Do you
two
have to
skeletons.
lock a Destiny die?
I do not,
Nice.
actually, because I'm the final player of the turn, and the final player doesn't have to lock Destiny dice.
Understood.
That's why you can always leave them all for me, or vice versa. Okay, so I can actually summon both my skeletons, which I see no reason not to do.
Aren't you supposed to get renowned for that?
I am.
Oh,
and
have you been taking it?
Yep.
Okay, good. One of us may as well get some renown.
Yeah. I'm gonna lap you.
It looks that way. Assuming you survive long enough.
In fact, before I do those things, just for giggles, let's do the Trickster's Brew. As you may recall, one of the options is discard this card to switch your renown marker with one belonging to another player.
I mean, you may as well, because mine's not going anywhere.
You're not really getting back up this fight.
That's a pretty good use of that.
So that's actually great. So then when I do those two, I'm almost to another level.
Nice.
Then I will activate my skeletons using this 2. And only one of them can really do anything, but that's fine. I guess I'll go after the blue horror. Nice! That's 2 hits. So I guess the blue horror gets 2 saves. You wanna...
Oh, sure. He sucks at saving.
That's excellent, because that's a dead blue horror, another renown for me, a skill card for me, and making progress here. Okay. I picked up Battle Wrath. The more you slay, the greater your killing fury becomes, each fallen foe lending you strength and focus. Whenever I slay an enemy, increase the score of my lowest hero dice by 1.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You could have used that a minute ago.
It's not bad. It would be better if I was chaotic, but I'm not. So, yeah.
Necromancers do have a tendency for lawful evil.
Indeed. So since I can only do the skeleton action once per turn, the rest of my dice are pretty much going to be shooting things. And possibly just stepping out of the way. So I'll shoot this guy with the great axe. And hit for potentially 2 damage unless he saves. Which he does.
Sorry.
It's fine. Next one.
Maybe you should have made room for these guys to run out of the chamber after all. Does the spore not do anything if they're not in the chamber? No, it doesn't.
Ooh. Okay. Well, maybe we'll do that. Meanwhile, that is a miss. And the third attack hit. So roll his save.
He fails to save.
Okay.
You're 2/7 of the way there on that one guy.
Sure am.
No, actually, he doesn't have a shield.
No. I'm 2/5.
There you go.
Alright, I'll use my last die to back up. But stay in line of sight, so I guess I'll just back up to here. So yeah, I'm thinking if the Night Questor kills enough things, he should maybe just back out. Have you read what he actually does?
No, I'm about to, though.
Cool.
So basically, the Night Questor is a big fan of hitting shit with his sword.
And calling things to him, and...
Yeah, he can also pull things, but that's not going to happen in this scenario because of his shite hero dice that he gets to work with.
Yep.
But yeah, he's basically a big old tank. He's got taunts, and he has a way to put himself into defensive mode that gives him a better save. But for the time being, he's going to lay a waste about him, if at all possible. So his Thunder-Charged Strike will hit that dude on a 3+. Here's hoping. It does, and it does 3 damage.
Except it doesn't.
Shane, we have to have a talk.
We need to get them out of that chamber.
Alright, fine. He's gonna try that again. Try his Warblade, which does 2 damage on the same guy. So you want to roll a save?
A little bit. Not especially, actually.
Okay,
especially
that
when I do
also
it that
fails.
well.
Let's try it again.
Hey!
Yay! He takes 2. And then let's try it again.
So that's going well.
I hate to say the shame, but you're gonna die.
I think it's gonna be fine.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you're go. By which I mean roll some destiny dice? No,
yes.
I'm sorry, we get an adversary phase first.
Right. That thing that might kill me.
Yeah.
Possibly
If
soon.
by might you mean probably.
It's somewhat likely. Okay. So, we'll do the horrors first. 6. So they're using their melee attack on the nearest hero, which in this case I would gauge to be the skeleton. So that's gonna be 2 dice hitting on 4s. 1 hit. Okay. Then the Sangors challenge the mighty. Each Sangor moves toward the least wounded hero it can reach, or toward the nearest hero if it can't reach any. Then each one attacks the least wounded hero in range with its Savage Blade. So the way these things are worded, and I guess it actually wouldn't matter either way, but I think that, yeah, it would matter. They all move, and then they all attack.
I agree.
So they won't be able to cleave through this guy and
Right.
fill into the chamber.
So maybe one of our big mistakes was not trying to bottleneck these guys in the
Yeah.
doorway in the first place.
Yep. So lesson learned. But, yeah, so they're basically just going to all try and move up, and most of them are going to mostly fail. Because, yeah, there isn't even a way to get there.
Yeah, that's not a space.
So that's pretty much where they are. And then just one of them attacks the least wounded hero. He's swinging twice for 2 damage each. 1. Do you have a save?
Save of 4. Which
you
fails.
Alright, 1 wound. Cool. Finally, the Acolyte, who does have a long distance attack, decides to roll a 5. Arcane Assault. He's not adjacent to any heroes, so he attacks each one he can see with his coruscating flame. Okay. He can see all of us.
Yes, he can.
Since models don't block line of sight. So, D3 attacks on the skeleton. That's 1. It hits on a 4-up and misses. Alright, D3 attacks on the knight. 1. And it misses, because he needs a 4-up. D3 attacks on the unwounded skeleton. 1. Miss.
Wow.
And D3 attacks on me.
You were using all your luck in one place.
And that one hits and does D3 damage. Ouch.
You should probably try to save it.
Yeah, I at least get to save it.
No. Your luck ran out at exactly the wrong moment.
It seems that way. I'm still standing, though. This will be fine. Everything's fine here.
This is fine. And then the Brimstone Horror.
No, that's only if he uses Pink Fire.
No, I meant, have we used the Brimstone Horror
Yes,
yet?
I
Has
did.
he attacked? Oh, okay,
yeah.
cool.
He's actually the one who did the one
You're
damage
right,
here.
okay.
Yep. So my dice rolls seem to be prolonging this as much as possible. Because I'm rolling all the saves and none of the hit-to-hits. That's pretty cool.
Double 4s.
All things considered. There's definitely an adversary on the board with Vigor 3 or more.
It seems that way.
So Tweak shows up next to the one with the highest Vigor. Subtract 1 from any attack rolls for heroes in the same chamber. It's a good thing we're not in the same chamber.
Wow.
I'll just stick him right there. So, hero dice.
No, which you mean die. Although
No.
GW would say dice.
I was going to say it's GW, so it's still dice. Alright, I should command my skeletons at least once this turn. I could probably do to spend the rest healing.
I don't know, zapping some fuckers makes sense too.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, I agree on the healing.
Yeah.
It just
I
seems
guess I can use one of my 2s to control skeletons, one of my 2s to heal, and then the 2 bigger dice to zap.
Although, I mean, as long as you've got a bottlenecked here in the hallway, if the Songors don't have a ranged attack, then I guess there's no real rush to kill them.
Not a huge one. They do have that guy zapping from the back, which can do some pretty big pain, and I wouldn't want to take 3 damage in one turn again.
Yeah.
Technically, you could do 9 damage in one turn, but
Technically.
Either way, I think some amount of healing is prudent. So yeah, we'll spend 1 to heal, and then spend 1 to command skeletons. Skeleton attacks. Skeleton whiffs. I attack. Yeah, we'll go after this guy on the front. And miss. We'll go after him again. And miss. We'll regret our life choices. And you can take your turn.
Wow. This is looking pretty good.
Yeah, everything's fine here.
Alright.
So this time you could probably do a guard stance.
I could. Yeah.
Challenge isn't going to do much.
Nope. Okay, and then I'll use my other 2 Warblades to hit. Let's start with this dude. The Brimstone.
Yep.
He's dead. And then we'll go ahead and try to hit this dude. And hit. And he'll be likewise dead.
Cool.
So Questor's doing work.
Yep. Glad he showed up.
Yeah, I think he could have been
I think
kind of toasted.
probably I was dead if he didn't show up. Or something similarly good happened. Okay.
As noted, you can't die, so it would just be...
Yeah, I guess.
Your continued slavery.
My continued slavery would continue longer. The Sangors are doing a bestial charge. So they all move up. They all attack. I guess we'll do the one with the 2 blades first on the skeleton. And he will slice that skeleton a twain. I don't know if I'm using that right.
I think you just gotta go with it.
Is a twain even a word? I feel like it is.
I mean, in twain is a
That's
phrase.
probably what I was going for.
But if you're just like a lazy speaker, then yes.
It's like Southern for in twain.
Yeah.
So that appears to be 2 hits on the Night Questor.
Oh, we didn't roll saves for those guys the Night Questor killed.
Oh, right.
At all, even a little bit.
First one failed. Second one...
Failed.
Failed.
Good. Okay,
Everything's
well,
fine.
That makes
super
a lot
honest.
simpler than rewinding.
Yep.
Okay, Questor is saving. Once. So he's going to take 1 damage?
Yep. Finally, the Ogroid. Six is his Arcane Assault again. He's attacking us all. So against the Night Questor, 3 attacks, hitting on 4s, 1 hit, doing D3 damage. Ooh, 3 damage.
Well, let's hope he saves.
Yeah.
Because otherwise he's down.
Yeah.
He saves!
Yeah. Against the skeleton, That's 3 attacks. He is almost certainly
He's
down.
making up for lost time
especially because he just took 2 hits and took a total of
even
4
the minimum damage would have killed him.
It would have.
How about you?
Then me. 2 attacks.
Hits.
Both of which hit. I'm going to roll the saves now. 1 save. Alright. I have a 1 in 3 chance of being down.
You're up.
I am up. Everything's fine.
I mean, oh, hey, have you been using your shield? Your sorcerer's shield?
Not even a little bit.
Maybe you should try rolling that too.
Yeah, let's do that.
Nope.
No.
But at least it doesn't dissolve.
It doesn't.
Alright.
Cool.
Everything's fine. You're totally winning.
I'm super winning. There are much fewer of them than there were at the beginning of this encounter.
I mean...
Okay, not much fewer. There's fewer.
If you added up the total vigor, I'd say you're still in the over 50% range.
Yes. Hey, there are 3 or more adversaries on the board. There's that fish guy. Portal that is closest to the Runemark player's hero. Where'd the fish guy get to?
This guy.
Yep, right there. He's the one... Oh, we have gotten him. He slows us down.
Well, you didn't really want to go anywhere anyway.
No, I'm good. So yeah, anyone in this chamber now has a move that is reduced by 1. And... yeah.
Okay. That questor's like, I was just hanging out.
Yep. I'm pretty much gonna stand at this doorway. It is kind of funny how your hero went down and immediately he just, like, steps heroically out of the haze, like, I've got this, and just starts massively destroying everything. So I get 1 die. And I'm definitely healing. I think I'm going to bring back a skeleton to continue this wall. I'm going to...
I mean, second skeleton doesn't really make sense because it's just going to get killed.
Well, and I don't have the dice for it. It needs a 5 up.
Okay.
But I can use this 2 to command that skeleton because 2 potential hits is still something.
Or not.
Or it could do nothing.
They were going to save anyway.
And then I will heal twice. Alright, Night Questor with his 2 dice. It might be time for him to heal too.
Yeah. I'm wondering if he should spend 1 die improving his save and the other one healing?
That might make some sense. Yeah. Yeah, you could
So
guard
sure,
stance
we'll
heal.
go on guard and then heal wound.
Cool. Then the monsters. Which we've done oh so much to deter this round.
Alright.
Behavior is a 4. That's the same we keep getting. So the guy with 4 dice will go after the skeleton again. Oh god.
That skeleton's really dead.
He's super dead. Then the guy with 1 sword attacks you. He hits once.
Save. Saves.
Oh, and I didn't get a renown for summoning that guy. Cool. Then the one who really matters. 10. That can't be good. Oh, no. Well,
Are there 2 of him?
No, thank God. But he's healing everyone. Thankfully,
well, that's okay. We've only got 2 wounds on that guy.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
We completely effed up this room.
How so?
People were supposed to heal every round.
Oh, they sure were.
Yep. We're still pretty much screwed, though, so I'm not going to worry about it too much.
Yeah. So, we're going to go ahead and...
The funny thing is that was listed, I feel like, in the text about the cave, but not on the card about the cave. And so it's difficult to reference.
Yeah.
Whereas most of the room rules are on the card.
Yeah. Let's double check that passage again. Okay. So it looks like it's actually just the Agroid, and that's just his passive ability.
Right. Okay, great.
So that's fine. We haven't been cheating.
I mean, any more so than usual.
Yeah. And so, yeah, he healed that guy. Then, if there are no adjacent heroes, he attacks the nearest one with his flame. So that would be you. So that's 2 attacks. Hitting on 4s. 1 hit.
Come on, baby, save. Saves!
Alrighty.
I think I'm going to swap out my character for the Night Questor. He's a badass.
Yeah, we might have to get him canon for next time. He's pretty cool. So, I guess we roll these dice again. Maybe I'll get another companion hero. I could just collect those. That's also what I did in Diablo. Let's just get a bunch of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 is a guy who's already on the board. Tweak again. So he's still here.
Awesome.
Righto. So, I roll my 3 hero dice. That 1 is almost certainly healing myself because there's not much else to do with it. So I'll do that now. I can use a 5 and a... Well, we'll at least use a 5 to summon a skeleton. Gain it right now. I think that you're still right that a second skeleton isn't really worth it. We'll use the 2 to command the skeleton I just summoned. He actually manages to get a hit.
Roll a save.
Oh, right.
It saves.
He doesn't actually manage to get a hit. And then I'm making 3 attacks with this stuff. So, first one. Going after that guy, obviously. Hit. No save. 2 wounds. Next attack. Hit.
No save.
Dead.
Yay!
No, wait. That's the guy with the shield.
Yep.
Almost dead. Hit. So bloody close. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. Night Questor has totally got this.
Okay.
So 5 and effectively 2 1s.
Alright. I'm really liking his guard stance.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's rolling a lot of saves.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Let's try to hit this guy.
Yep.
And fail.
Yep.
It doesn't really honestly matter where that
we're
was.
not gonna go there.
And then let's try to hit him again. Just because it'll reduce the likelihood of him getting healed in the interim.
Well, plus you could actually kill him. But...
or I could miss him again.
Yeah, that could happen.
That's just terrible. Okay.
Cool. Alright, well I did some damage that time.
It was better than the previous turn, probably. Well, maybe not.
Thangors...
It's better than you being wounded.
Are continuing to beastily charge. The guy with the 2 weapons. Slaughters a skeleton, as per usual. And the guy with...
Oh, if they're not going to come up with a different strategy, they're just going to keep killing the skeleton over and over.
That's definitely going to happen. And the other one hits you once, which you save successfully. Okay.
Big mofo.
Big mofo decides to bull charge.
Oh, shit. I liked it better when he's healing everybody.
He's got a move of 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he can get there. Moves toward the most distant hero he can see, moving through as many heroes as possible as he moves.
What happens if he lands on me?
I don't think he's allowed to. Like, any of the rules that say you can move through someone say that you can't stop.
End your turn. Yeah.
So I think his only legal move is not to move through you. So then he's going to attack you with his great horns. Add 1 to the attack roll for each space he moved. So that's going to be the full 4.
This is bad news because he made it through the door.
I mean, it means he won't get the save anymore.
That's true. He doesn't get the spore save.
So that's cool. Honestly, if anyone's going to get through the door, it should be him. So, Great Horns. Great Horns. That is 1 die. That would normally be a 6-up, but because he moved 4, he gets to add 4 to it. 2 plus 4 is indeed 6.
And what is that? I'm sorry, that's his attack roll?
Yes.
Okay, so I get
So
to
you
save?
save.
Come on, baby. Oh, come on, the one time. All right.
And that does 3 damage.
Damn it. He's down.
Yeah, effectively. Technically, you're still
Does he
up.
still stand there until he takes another damage?
I think so.
Alright, well, that's something.
You just don't have any actions. If I had a heal, I could heal you. Maybe the War Priest will show up.
Yeah, but then this guy will go away, because that would be a random event.
You're absolutely right. Man, we really haven't triggered any since then, have we?
We've been very lucky.
Yeah, I haven't been paying attention.
Nope.
Cool. Righto. Things look grim for the Necromancer.
Not just his outfit.
3s is
all the familiars already on the
book.
board. It's the book.
It's the book.
Because what you needed to do was lose your skills.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really been remembering to use them anyway, so that's fine. Yeah, in fact, I should have been using Wellspring. Whatever. Yep, as close to me as possible. Cool. I guess I'll roll some hero dice. And I'm in the chamber with the mirrors, so I'm discarding a 1. Don't know if I've been forgetting that before, but I'm not this time. Also, I've been summoning my skeletons wrong. I just realized, although it probably doesn't matter.
Because they're supposed to be adjacent.
They're supposed to be adjacent, but they do have 2 points of movement, so they could still get to the space they were in. Cool. So I'm going to summon 2 skeletons.
Somewhere somebody is typing about the fact, or already typed about the fact that you've been summoning your skeletons wrong. And now they're like going back and editing that comment.
Yep. I can only hope that people are watching this with as much interest as to be typing comments about all the things we're doing wrong.
We've gotten some pretty detailed criticisms.
We have. It's pretty good stuff. Alright. Skeletons, go. Everyone, attack the big guy. Just gonna save time by rolling all these at once and doing the 1 damage that happens, which he will heal, but maybe I can stack on some more. My Balefire Blast hits, and he doesn't get a save, so he just gets 2 damage. My other Balefire Blast hits for 2 more damage.
Woot.
We just had to lure him out. It's fine. He had to use his charge roll. And I guess the last one I'll use to move further out of his way. 1, 2, 3.
You should be careful because while these guys can't move through your skeletons, they can move through him.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, so they're going to start coming out of there.
I mean, I don't know if they can really get anywhere, because, 1, 2, 3... Yeah, they could.
Yeah, they could.
So, honestly, I would want to stay back there.
Maybe I'll try and grab the book. That's what I could do with my last die. Let's just move here.
Because it's too low to attack? Because it's too low to attack?
Yeah, it's a 1, so it's... Yeah.
Sorry.
It's fine.
So you pick one skill that you weren't using anyway and turn it over.
Yeah. I guess we'll use that one.
There you go.
That seems fine.
For those who can't see, he kept the Wellspring and turned over the Battle Wrath.
Yeah, that. And by those you can't see, she means literally everyone watching. Right. Adversary phase. We'll do this Sangors first, because that can only do so much damage. They are yep, bestial charging. So they're pretty much gonna try and finish off the Knight Questor. Okay, so I don't see any reason not to roll all their dice at once, because results aren't going to change anything. Now we're playing Warhammer. Alright, so that's 5 saves to make. You got this.
I got this, no problem. Oh, I don't have this.
Okay, yeah, he's down.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by, Night Questor. Sorry to get you killed.
Or continue on your journey.
Right.
Because nobody dies in the Silver Tower. Alright. Let's see what the biggin's doing.
An 11.
That's where he heals. Cute. Oh yeah, and also on his turn he heals 1 by default. Roll D3. Each adversary on the board, including him, heals that many wounds. 3!
Way to go, Shane.
Then, there are adjacent heroes, so he attacks each adjacent hero with his hooves. Which is 1 die, hits on a 4-up, and does 2 damage. So, this skeleton survives. This skeleton also survives.
Luckiest skeletons ever.
Yep. He totally missed them with his hooves. Okay. I guess I'll roll some Destiny dice. Unexpected event.
That's hilarious. Right after the exit of the Night Questor. It's like you're rigging
Let's
this.
hope for another hero. 14? 14? Is that someone... Maybe 3 heroes wander out of the mists and just, like, lay waste to everything in the room?
Sadly, no. There is some laying waste, though.
Uh-oh. Is this the Skaven? Am I remembering this number?
No, that's 12.
Oh, good.
A thick and cloying fog billowed up to engulf the champions, singular. Scintillating blue and purple vapors in which strange lights swam. The clouds shredded apart as quickly as they had come, but in their wake were left Chiric acolytes who sprang swiftly to the attack. Roll a die and place that many acolytes next to the board.
Sorry about the coffin, guys.
Speaking of coffins. So, okay, basically, you place them as close to your hero as possible until they've all been set up.
Yeah, that's kind of what I remember from that encounter. I mean...
I know you're trying to figure out which one's the right one to have next to you, but
No.
it might be rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic.
No, I was actually just... there's a rule with ones with identical armaments that you can't place a second one until there's...
Oh, weird.
So there has to be at least one of each, since there's 4 different types of these
Got it.
guys.
Oh, I think you have to put one here.
Yeah, I was getting there.
Oh, no.
He's fine. So, I gotta say, this is bringing me back. The original Warhammer quest would occasionally, you'd roll the unexpected events a lot more often, and unlike in this one, they were all bad, and you would just kind of end up with a bit of piling on. Yeah. So, cool.
Yeah, so that was during the Destiny phase, so
Yep.
I guess you get a turn.
I sure do. That goes away because I'm in the mirror room. And I've got some dice. I guess I can go ahead and activate my skeletons.
Skeletons are like, what's up, boss?
Really clear things away at this point. This one first makes some sense. Alright, first skeleton on this guy. Hits once. Which ones do these guys have? I remember it not being a ton. Probably like...
I think the word you're looking for is enough.
3. Okay, so if the next skeleton hits with both, that guy's totally dead. Or he could miss with both. And then I guess I'm...
Well, you can't blast them.
No.
But you could blast somebody else, I guess.
Yeah. This might be a silly question, but do the rules say anything about, like, back on passage 27, if this guy goes down, is it just over?
Nope, it's all combatants.
Oh, God.
That was a reasonable question.
Yeah, no, because sometimes it's been like, once so-and-so is dead, the thing is over.
Not in this case.
Okay. Alright. I think this is probably a foregone conclusion, but I guess I'll start zapping people. Not the ones next to me, obviously. So, let's go after...
I mean, technically it says, when the last adversary in the chamber is slain, ...
Okay.
So if you could just find a way to
I just have to lure everybody out there.
Right, and then the chamber's empty.
Well, it says the last one in the chamber is slain, so I have to leave one in there and then shoot him to death.
Right. As usual, the wording of the rules is completely non-ambiguous.
Alright, we're gonna shoot this guy in the back.
Why not?
And hit him for 2. And we're gonna shoot him again. And he's dead. And then we're gonna shoot this one.
Down.
Yeah, fine. He gets hit for 2. And the other one misses. Okay. I guess that makes it the adversary phase. I choose to activate the Sangors first. And they do nothing because they can't reach me.
They're so pissed because these acolytes came out of nowhere. They're like, we were just making progress, and the acolytes are like, we're here to help!
Next we'll do the acolytes. 5. There is no escape. Each acolyte moves toward the nearest hero, then each acolyte attacks the nearest hero with whichever weapon is within range. So none of them are moving. And then there are some guys who are going to attack my skeletons, mostly.
Yeah, start with the ones closest to you.
Yep, that's the plan. So 4s.
You know, in the interest of making your slow
hit.
demise as long as possible.
We should definitely milk that. If we could get like a 5-hour video here,
Oh my god.
that's pretty much ideal.
I'll kill you by midnight.
Then this guy finishes off that skeleton. Then this guy hurts my other skeleton. Then this guy finishes him off. And the last guy uses his Sorceress Bolt on me. And misses. Alright. Ogroid.
Big dude.
Yep. 7. Fire Blast. He's not adjacent to any heroes, so he attacks me with his flame, and then we set up some horrors if he does damage to me. So he is attacking me 1 time. He's hitting on a 4-up. He hits.
You should roll your shield.
I'm going to roll my shield. Well, first I'm going to roll my actual save, my 5-up.
I would think that the shield would go first.
No, it actually says whenever the hero suffers a wound.
Oh, okay.
So technically it goes even after we determine how many wounds it does.
Alright.
And it does 3. So I get to roll for the shield 3 times. One after the other, since a 1 will destroy it. That one succeeds. That one fails. That one fails. So I take 2 wounds, which generates a blue horror next to me. Or as close to me as it can, I guess.
Are you not adjacent to the square that's...
No, I'm not. Yep, it actually says adjacent, but that's fine. It'll just pop out here.
Those rules, they're like...
Yeah.
They're waterproof, man.
Cool. Destiny phase? Force. This guy jumps into this room, which makes it so -1 to my attack rolls. Also, there's no more room to summon skeletons. Although that rule actually doesn't say adjacent, it says as close to the necromancer as possible. So
right.
They could end up in anywhere, really. Cool. This is going fine. Wait. Wellspring doesn't do anything. Okay. Cool. Well, I guess I can summon a skeleton over here.
I think you're kind of going to be in trouble if you don't heal some.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'll heal myself with this one. I'll heal myself with this one. And then I'll shoot a bolt at this guy. And I'll hit him and kill him. And gain a renown. Right, I didn't actually command the skeleton, so he makes a behavior table roll. And decides to do the right thing. And attack a guy. Oh, that wound from the Ogre should be long gone by now. And missed twice. That's fine. It's fine, he tried. The Sangors, as is tradition, do nothing. The Acolytes look like they're actually going to attack me this time. Let's see what
some
they
of them.
roll. 4. Yep, they are all moving toward me and then attacking.
What about your skeleton?
I guess one of them will move toward him and attack.
Okay.
So against the skeleton... Oh, and that's a guy with a glaive. So he does 2 damage with his hits, so that actually kills the skeleton. These two guys... I guess I'll roll it all together because it doesn't much matter. Hit me twice. I roll 2 saves. 1 save. I take 1 damage, which the Sorcerer's Shield fails to prevent. Okay, then this guy shoots at me. He is an adept, so he does 2 damage with each hit. 2 hits, so that's 4 damage if I don't save any of it. I save 1 of it. 2 Sorcerer's Shield rolls. Success, failure. The horror. What was that? I missed it.
I didn't see it either.
It's 5. Would try to stab me. He's not adjacent, so he attacks me with blue fire. And misses. Alright, the big guy, who might finish me off.
With a 12, that's a thing.
Well, he heals some people. Pretty much he's just going to remove all the wounds from the board because his minimum roll is 1. And then he attacks me with his fire. D3 attacks, that's 3. 4s, that's 2 hits.
Each one does D3 damage.
First, I save and fail to save.
This could be it
Each
for our
one
hero.
does D3 damage, which is 3 damage. Which, if my Sorcerer's Shield that saves 1, so
You take 2.
Okay. Twos. That's the only guy who isn't on the board.
Yeah,
I think. Yep. Cool.
There goes your item.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like at this point...
No, you've played this far.
Okay.
They have to kill you.
Okay.
I am, however, going to go read the ending a trial bit.
Yeah.
In preparation.
I think basically I lose everything. If I remember right. Well, I'll heal 1 and then shoot some bolts at, I guess, this guy. That hits. Second one doesn't. And then they all do the things. Probably could have summoned some skeletons there, but at this point, I'm ready to just let things go. Go down swinging, as it were. Cursed Blade. Oh, wait. Behavior roll for acolytes. Draw their blood. Oh, this is the one where they try and summon a pink
for the love of God. Just kill him. Can you imagine what these Songors are trying to be like? Just stab him!
Oh yeah, and obviously activate the Songors first.
Right, naturally.
So that's 3 hits on me. Oh yeah, and my shield isn't working anymore, so I have 3 saves. I have to make 2 of them. I don't. So that's it.
Alright, wow.
I'm down. They probably summon a pink horror out of my blood, but we'll never know.
We'll never know. And the big dude in the back's just frustrated because he spent this entire time healing these worthless minions.
Yep.
Okay, so the good news is that winning or losing a trial has exactly the same effect.
Mostly.
How do you figure?
We don't get to keep our items, at least, right?
Yeah, we do.
No.
Yep.
So read the passage, just to clarify.
Whether the heroes were successful or not, they must wander the Silver Tower in search of the Gaunt Summoner's next test. Amid its labyrinthine corridors, that which has been learned may fade like a dream, while treasures may serve their purpose or simply be lost. Each player rolls a dice for each treasure card they have. On a 1, 2, or 3, return it to the treasure deck. On a 4, 5, or 6, the hero keeps it.
Wow.
Any fragments of the amulet are kept by the players that took them. If the group has no fragments of the amulet, each player must then discard all of their skill cards.
Right, and then we get to keep some based on how many fragments we have.
So we didn't gain any fragments, but otherwise, no big deal.
Yeah. So with 2 fragments, how many skills do we get to keep?
2 skills apiece.
Alright, so you get rid of one of your skills.
Yes.
And we all roll in our items. So my shield goes away. My eye goes away.
I lost the Miser's Chalice, but I never used it anyway.
Yep. This all seems appropriate.
Yeah.
And normal.
Yeah, and I got rid of this terrible Reaper of Lives skill I was never going to use.
Yep.
All right. So, I guess the good news is that they don't punish you for losing, because that would just insult in the wound.
It does pile on. That was one of the issues with the campaign mode in Descent. Is essentially every time you lost to the Overlord gained some advantage from it, which tended to turn into runaway victories.
Right, because you don't lose again next time. Right. I feel like Imperial Assault had the same issue.
Yeah.
Being a Descent variant, more or less.
Right. So, I guess the good news is Games Workshop is decent at writing a long-term campaign.
Yeah, and, it's good to lose one because we were kind of wiping the floor with everything, and it's nice to run into something we can't beat, and we will have to sort of consider our hero choices and see what we want to do next time.
Yeah, find a party that's balanced, but...
I mean, I think we could have won with this party, but I think we made some suboptimal choices. Yes, especially at the end there.
I think we became overconfident over the first two missions.
We did.
And it caused us to not take as much care in our decision-making, whereas if we had sat to think about it for a couple of minutes...
We probably could have decided to bottleneck these guys.
Yep.
Although, honestly, the Beyond the Glass Corridor is not where I would choose to bottleneck anybody because of the terrible room effect.
Maybe we could have brought them all back here. I don't remember what that room does.
I don't know, but it looks horrible.
Yeah.
I have no memory of that room because it's 2 rooms back. Yeah, basically... Oh, that's... that one punished rolling a 1 on an attack die, which actually would have been okay.
That's fine.
Because I allowed rerolls of 1s and stuff like that. Yeah. So, yeah.
Until this book showed up.
I will look forward to reconfiguring this mission and trying it again with a different order of rooms and whatnot. I think that we might have gotten kind of the worst possible configuration.
Yep. Yeah, we probably won't play this one again right away.
Yeah, but we'll eventually come back to it later.
We'll circle back around.
Because we're still going to need that amulet.
One thing I wanted to add, not that this video isn't already like 5 hours long, I really love the artwork, how they actually pay attention to light sources. In this room in particular, you can see how the rocks here cast shadows, and it's the portal that is the light source. So, yeah, like, it pointed it out to me that in other rooms they do a similar thing with the portals being a light source, but with the rocks in the way, it just stood out to me on this one.
That is really nice.
Yep. That's why I was paying attention to, while they were just throttling me and putting my poor necromancer out of commission. Alrighty, well, I guess we'll see you in the next video.
Yes, thanks for tuning in.